Poppycock.
Yeah.
Welcome, adventurers from this plane and beyond, to Camaraderie and Shenanigans.
Showtime.
Cruising on down.
Yeah!
We have
That will already be out.
no announcements, so we'll just hop right into it. All right. Feel free to sit back, relax, grab a snack, and get ready for Camaraderie and Shenanigans.
Shit.
Oh my god. Good God.
All right.
We had caffeine before the
Woo-wee.
Caffeine, yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, about to turn into Cassidy.
Woo-wee.
Yeah!
session. It's my backup
I
character.
mean, we can
Yeah.
go back to Boxstrom if you want.
No, we left.
Dominic.
Previously. Go ahead and let that ride out.
Swallow. Swallow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Chew.
Chew your liquids, okay, Grandma? Previously, on our group's adventure, we're wild in today.
Just all the
So
TikToks
much
beforehand. I blame Brittany.
The group had stumbled upon a few unique individuals. Being introduced to a human ranger with their green dragon companion, Nalana and Bristol, you were led to a cavernous opening where Frognand Dirtfist was reunited with his father.
Oh.
Look at your cavernous opening right here.
During this
Double Dan Dirtfist?
Double Dan Dirtfist.
It's a great name.
Double D.
Yeah. His friends probably called him that when he was young.
This sounds like a triple D.
Yeah, big
honestly.
D.
Yeah, Double Dan
Double Dan
Dirtfist.
Dirtfist. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Double Dan Dirtfist and Defixie Dirtfist.
They don't know that.
Yeah, you said it.
Quite all
You
right.
two. I have to move you two.
It's fine, it's fine. We're just talking. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're talking about caverns.
Yeah, and spelunking.
Oh, God.
We're off to a great start.
A tense reunion, as it was. Frognand wanting some answers to some questions, and Doubled In refusing to reveal all that he knew. Tensions exploded. People went their separate ways to cool off. And a bit of bonding transpired throughout the evening, revealing moments of individuals' past and their connections to others. A plum shared near a waterfall, and a deal or bond made, and a reveal. Speaking of Victor Ravencroft at the fire, Nalana secretly hiding in a tree nearby, and with an experimental psychic blade to the chest exploding his head, rupturing vessels in his head, Wolfgang stepped away for a moment to collect himself and try to silently scream,
I didn't react to it at all, for the record.
at which point Nalana saw an opportunity to
Mind blown.
act. Confronting Wolfgang, Doubledan, and Wolfgang had a pride off.
That's not what we're calling it.
That's what I'm calling it.
My pride's bigger.
It was.
Reaching an unfruitful conclusion, but with some information gained about your grandfather and his apparent simulacrum wandering around and hunting Doubledan, the two disappeared into the night. An evening was had. Exhaustion was recuperated. And you all wake up bright and early and refreshed from yesterday's emotional day.
I did have that dream.
And a dream was had. A rather important dream
Felt a little
that
important.
totally slipped past me. A vision was had for Wolfgang in the evening of, from his grandfather's perspective, of striking down another mage amidst a mountaintop battle.
Some punk named Rylan.
Speaking of a sigil and its counterpart, Ryland revealing that he didn't have it before passing away. Also before Victor's head was taken by a now deceased Dagaldoria. It is then that we begin to wake up. As the dawn rises and the birds are chirping, I believe you had the most previous watch. You're completely refreshed. As people are starting to wake up, is there anything you're wanting to do, Kylus?
I want to find Cable again.
He was taking that watch
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
He's sitting right next to you.
He's getting. He's actually getting.
They're all on.
He's getting ready to go back to sleep. He needs to sleep for at least 2 more hours.
Right.
Non-elves.
Mortals.
Yeah. But yeah, he has a moment.
Before you go off to sleep there, you did give me something, and I wasn't exactly true to my word on when I'd return it. You said the next time I saw you, but, well, this is yours. And I'll pull out the Thunder Engine to give back to him.
Thanks. I once originally had an idea behind this, but it just seems like it's got one purpose now.
It might, but maybe those clerics could help Vicky out, and you could keep it. Maybe try something new with it.
Well, you held it to your side. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll put it into his bag.
Keep it safe. I was planning on blowing it up, just in case we needed to.
Do you know how to do that?
I was just gonna have Ness from far away.
You know that I think that would work. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would work.
Just in case things went south with Bull. So they did go south, but before I could make the plan work.
Alright. What a crazy bunch. Alright. I can get some rest. And he lays down.
And I'll just putz around camp.
Yep.
Once people start stirring, I'll start playing some music.
Mm-hmm. I believe you had taken a watch.
We took
No,
the first
I think we
watch.
took first.
You two took first
Ranglan
watch.
and I took second. I
Yeah.
also only need 4 hours.
You only need 4 hours, so you'd be up fully rested by this point. You're up fully rested. You slept the whole time.
Like a babe.
Yep. So you'd be
Sleepy
waking
boy.
up around this time as well. So the 2 elves and the gnome are waking up at this point.
Am I awake? Because I do
Not
have dark
yet.
vision, so.
What's that have to do with sleep?
There's nothing to do with that, but it's good to know.
You have a harder time getting to sleep. Congratulations.
It's so bright in the forest.
Just so you know, I will, for the time being, maintain my summer form.
Sure. It is summer currently on the material plane.
Some material.
Okay.
Some material.
Just playing some music.
One by one, everyone begins to wake up. Unless
I-
there's something you want me to do.
I mean, I just generally, I spent the morning writing like I usually do, researching my my craft that I'm trying to experiment on, how to imbue my emblem with my mage armor spell. I'm also going to, I'm rewriting everything my dad told me yesterday into my notebook. And as I do it, I'm just going to try to activate some of those glyphs and runes that I use for identify. Because I'm curious about what's behind the information. Is there a sentience? Is there a...
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I like
and
this.
so
This is cool.
I'm playing with what is my spell book? I don't know.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, that's on top of my other die. Oh, that'll be a nice 27.
Oh, he knows everything. Forever.
Yeah.
About everything.
What's your plus to that?
It's
8?
+8 and I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Nice.
What's your plus, bro?
Do you plus?
Do you even plus?
What's your addition, dude?
As you're writing this out, and you begin to
Accidentally clicked it.
denote some divination magic, and you start writing down with those runic glyphs, you think you might be onto something here. The beginning of maybe a new spell. Something that could denote true intention from spoken word.
Interesting.
You're coming up with something, but it's not concrete yet. You're pulling the identification spell, what essentially that spell can do for an object, something that lacks sentience, and you're bringing it into script, into the spoken word, and subtext, truth, anything heard, potentially.
Well, let's keep working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and keep giving it the knowledge of those letters I've been writing and all the information I've been gaining.
Okay.
And preparing for the morning.
You're all waking up. Is there anything you all like to do?
I'm going to head over to the professor.
Okay.
In the conservatory.
With the
Great
light
axe.
bulb.
Lead pipe!
Imagine you're up and about.
Yeah, I'm up, scribbling down notes in one of my books.
Coming up to you. Professor,
Greetings, Wolfgang.
you get surprised a lot, don't you?
Oh, it's happens once I get lost in my notes quite a bit.
That makes sense. I have this for you. I'm gonna put down into the ground, or hold out to you my lance axe that I acquired earlier.
Oh, I'll take it.
I know you have a thing for weapons.
I guess this is a fine piece of
Pull that.
machinery.
Pull that right there.
It extends an additional 5 feet, giving extra reach.
What do you think?
Oh, I quite like this.
It's yours. Enjoy it.
Oh, what? Thank you. I'll need to look closely into the properties of this weapon. Perhaps this is something I can bring back home with me.
You can bring it anywhere you want. It's yours now. It's our memento from Bockstrom. I know how fondly we'll all think of it someday.
Oh, yes, I will. It will hold a special place when I write my memoirs.
I look forward to telling you I read it.
You'll probably be dead by the time I start it.
Yeah, that feels good. Well, anyways, enjoy.
Well, human lifespans and whatnot. Bother.
Oh, bother.
This is called a switch axe.
A lance axe.
Lance axe, yeah.
Rengwin will be checking on Darik.
Sure.
So we probably slept next to each other. She's probably retired.
Like my dad.
He might be.
What's he doing at this point in the morning?
Being blind. I mean, sorry.
God damn.
Sorry.
He's busy not seeing anything.
No, he's
sensitive
probably
group.
eating. He's probably eating just basic rations.
Jesus Christ.
Also, if no one goes hunting, I will need people marking off rations.
I had plums.
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I would hunt.
I'll probably would
I'll let
do
them
that as
hunt.
well.
Okay, we'll go to that in a moment for the
I
morning.
get to roll for a hunt.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to have a quick conversation with Darik and say, so Darik, you were at the meeting last night. Are you okay with this? Is this where you want to go? Do you want to go to...
If I'm being honest, anywhere that isn't a forest that I can't see other people to see for me, and civilization, something that's a little easier to maneuver.
I mean, do you need my help getting home? Do you want to go home?
I think I need to check off one problem at a time. And I need to get past this site.
Well, I bet those angel people that Nesta's friends with can totally help you.
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, I'll go find some food.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go hunting. I'm gonna go, yo dude, Wolfgang,
So, bro.
you wanna go find some food?
Sure.
Cool. Okay, she's gonna take out her bow.
Nesta and you can bring back plenty.
I'm gonna be looking for rabbits.
I'm looking for deer.
I have a sword. We don't have time to deal with a deer.
Watch me.
And now one.
Think this is my first time hunting? Please. I hit a deer with this spear from
20 feet away.
20 to 60 feet away.
All right, so the three of us are all going hunting.
Are you two in your armor?
I would take it off.
Probably not for
Okay.
this.
That's good to know. I need stealth checks from everyone. You guys are not at disadvantage because you've taken your armors off. Make sure to note that on your sheet because it will adjust your AC.
Can I send Oz hunting separately?
Do I have advantage because I'm so sneaky?
No, you're just so sneaky. That's your bonus.
I got a 13.
13. Okay.
15.
15. Nicely done. 7. I'll consider it a group check because you're all hunting together. One of you can roll a survival check at advantage, or you can all roll individually.
I will not roll.
Individually.
I don't have a good survival.
Individually.
What's your survival?
I have an okay survival.
Survival.
Plus
I got
three?
+3.
What do you got?
4 plus 4.
Go ahead and roll a
How
survival check
about
for
we
Oz.
both roll one?
Well, I would roll 2 then.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
20.
11.
All right. Not bad. Yeah, you guys are able to find a very large elk. Massive horns out. Doesn't seem to notice you. When you catch sight of it, you're about 100 feet away.
I'll tap her arm furiously.
There's an elk! I know, but I can't carry that thing. I was looking for rabbits.
I can carry it.
You can carry a whole ass elk?
Oh, between the two of us, shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, but are we gonna
We are
like,
whispering at
Yeah.
this moment.
are we gonna like chop it up and take it
Let's
back?
not
Like, aren't we
talk
supposed to be
about that.
going
Let's
to town?
just kill it right now.
Okay, fine.
We're not gonna be in town for another week.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out my bow.
It's 100 feet away, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I'll
couldn't-
cast enhance ability on her shot.
You do know enhance ability specifically for ability checks. Something like this would be an attack roll. Bless would work.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, actually, I have a crossbow, so it's
Or,
not exactly like a...
I believe guidance.
Oh, I
No,
think-
guidance isn't attack rolls. It's
Well,
only-
I just need to
it's
be
only ability
within
checks as
80
well.
feet. Can I crawl a little
And
closer?
Bless is the only one.
Sure. Do another stealth check since you'll be separating from the group.
I don't have bless today.
12.
12. Still doesn't notice you.
Okay. So am I 80 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I would like to shoot at it with my crossbow.
Go ahead and fire. Roll with advantage. It does not know you were there. This would also be sneak attack if you hit.
That's a nat 20.
Spotlight's on you for the elk kill.
So I take out my little arrow. And I
Bolt.
bolt, and I put it in my crossbow.
I'm the bad guy for that.
Yeah. How dare you correct her?
And I squint, and I squint, and I squint, and I squint a little bit more. And then I release, and it goes through and it shoots him right in the eye. And I go, oh, gross!
Mop it up.
Immediate death.
I look at Nessa. Holy shit.
I'll just.
Oh.
Good job.
I guess, that's gross.
That,
I don't have to go-
That's dinner.
Ah,
Let's go. Let's grab it.
well done. Very impressive.
Very clean kill.
All right. Let's
Okay, I go over there
hoist
and I...
this fucking thing.
Between you two, there's no check really needed.
Wolfgang, can you get my bolt?
No. You got it. It's a learning experience.
Is he like laying on the ground, the elk?
He's on our shoulders.
Oh, he's on your
Yeah,
shoulders?
we're-
Okay.
His head's right
Then
there.
I just kind of very hesitantly reach out and take it out.
It's with a natural 20. It's definitely still intact.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the boat.
Can the eye come off
The
it?
whole
Can
went
the eye
up
be
into the
on it?
island. Just
Can the eyeball come up on the bow?
Sure.
Shish kebab.
Whatever you want. Hell of a shot.
Can it come off? I want to be grossed out.
I want to be grossed out.
All right.
All right.
You
I try to,
guys-
as we're walking, I'm trying to just shake the eyeball off of the, because I don't want to touch it.
And as we're walking, I'd probably be murmuring something about oh, she provides. Thank you.
Yeah, Wolfgang is quiet.
All right, you guys head back to camp. What'd you get for
3.
3? He brings back some very familiar tea leaves.
Oh no.
No.
Right, well. Don't tell the others, but this gave me a wee bit of a tummy ache.
Oh, you didn't like it? I thought it was delicious.
It's a bit fiery and brimstony for me.
Exactly, delicious.
I suppose it's an acquired taste.
Do you mind if I keep them?
All yours.
He stuffs these little Kindle leaves away.
Does Oz have a coat?
He does, yeah.
He does. Okay.
He has this little tiny coat that he wears.
Excellent.
Cute.
The party brings back a very large elk.
You won't believe who shot this thing.
Ranguin.
Okay.
Yes, all right.
You will believe that.
I mean,
That's-
the rest of you don't really have bows.
yeah,
So.
I kind of think that was
Yeah.
a gimme.
Okay.
I think she was being facetious. It was a good attempt.
How did you think this was gonna go?
Cut to Nesta's memory. Guiding bolt!
Well, we have this great elk for us. You're welcome to look at it. Thank you very much.
You're doing great, Frognand.
Nesta, do we
I
have
was
to do?
packing.
Do we have to do a moon dance or something? Now that we've caught it.
I'm
How
already.
do we?
Wolfgang's already slicing it open and
Oh.
doing all the things.
Should
No.
we pay
Ah.
tribute or something?
No. My culture, we just say thanks.
That's
Say
it.
bon
Professor!
appetit.
Back into it.
Big
Professor!
yikes.
Yes.
Professor!
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna go over there because she yelled his name to find out where he was, and then she sees him. She goes over and she goes, "I feel bad. I straight up murdered this animal, and I feel. Isn't there something I should do? Do you know of any? I don't know, dances or
Do we have a fire?
words I should say?"
Well, let me put this into a different perspective for you. When we were inside the caves coming out of our original imprisonment and came across those onkegs, if they dragged Olo away or killed one of us and then, left with us as their prey, do you think they would stop and thank the rest of the party for allowing us to kill one of our own and then take it?
I have no idea what you just said.
Kylus is playing the Circle of Life in the
So,
background.
so no.
Due to legal
This
reasons,
is-
we're not going to be playing the song.
This is what we do to survive in these circumstances. If you feel a need to call out to nature and thank it for its bounty, then by all means, you may, but
Okay. She's gonna kind of walk over to the elk and go,
Oh, it is definitely skinned, headless.
"Okay, it's
It is.
that's
It
great."
is.
The
She's
horns
gonna
are
go,
gone.
Yeah. It's. I took it apart
Been
quick.
quartered.
"Nature? I don't know if you can hear me, but thanks."
I cast message and I say, "You are now cursed."
Cable shoots away. Just gun out. Goes back to bed.
At this point, I've already got a leg over the fire. Somehow, I've got a rotisserie action going, and it is, I
Very
seasoned-
Monster
I
Hunter.
seasoned it. Oh yeah, totally.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be delicious. We like our food spicy back home. I hope that's okay with everybody.
Do you have spices with you?
No. Of course I do. It's in my pack. I got a little bit of taste of home. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm excited to try.
well, if there's going to be spice added, as long as you're not the one going in there searching for it.
I mean, Oz did pick up a few more leaves if you'd like it.
He can keep that to himself. He seemed to rather enjoy it.
He did.
So, are we continuing on today to Leminsa?
I think so.
I think that is the best course of action.
So here's the thing.
There's always the thing.
There's always the thing, isn't there? How do I put this? We have been together now for what seems like 6 months, but is probably only a couple weeks.
6 days.
I mean, we've been together for like 2 weeks or something like that. Seems about right.
Together.
Yeah, like our group. Anyways,
Go for it.
and at first I feel like I was, and I'm sure the rest of you were, somewhat cagey about things we would reveal and talk about, things of that nature, our secrets, as it were. At this point, we've all almost died. Some of us more than once. Some of us have died.
Okay,
and
Professor, get to the point.
It's going to be a minute. Why don't you cool your jets? That's a phrase they would have here.
I think that's from Leminsa, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Leminsian phrase.
Yeah.
You're right. So, in the interest now of camaraderie ship and that's a word, right? It is
I was
now.
waiting for the next word.
Yeah, I was waiting for the next one. I
And,
think it's just camaraderie.
Don't correct me, Professor. And the various
Professor's voice got a little deeper.
mischief we've gotten into over these past few weeks, I feel it is a good opportunity for me to talk a little bit about my background, why I'm here, and how that is about to very seriously affect all of us.
Do you need visual aids?
I can help with that.
Didn't know that was an option.
Be very descriptive.
Earlier this year, my father died. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I
I'm
brought us down
sorry.
real quick, didn't
This is
I?
less funny.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know, it is very sad. At his funeral, it went by pretty normally. Afterwards, we'll get to questions later. After the funeral was over, I was back in my quarters, taking my armor off, and I found underneath my armor, underneath my whatever the thing that people wear under their armor is, before the shirt or whatever, I found a note and this. It's the memory crystal that you've all seen at least once at this point. Basically the note had on it a seal from this Trimsworth Magical Academy, which I have never heard of before, but I've heard can be found, or found the location of, in Leminsa. Anyways, this memory crystal is a recreation of the point of view of somebody murdering a halfling family. And I pass it to Frognand. If you hold it up to your forehead, you can see what I'm talking about.
I'll do it. I'll watch the scene.
Your vision is suddenly taken over from a personal perspective of walking into a very large stone keep, but the design almost mimics that of a tree, a stone structure in the shape of a tree. An individual walking in, the guards nodding and letting this person pass, walking through and going up into a very large banquet hall where there is 2 adult halflings at either ends of a table and a number of halfling children within the space. The male halfling at one end of the table immediately is struck with a spell from this individual and flung against the side of the dining space. They roll to the side, pulling out a bow and start firing away. The arrows lighting on fire and firing almost with a sense of sentience to the bow. And a massive fight essentially erupts within this space. The individual who is striking from this point of view pays no mind to the rest of this family, is hyper-focused on this man. The fight ranges throughout this entire keep, eventually culminating towards the very top, where this individual is shot with a black ray, and you just watch the moisture drain out of their body, dropping to the ground. They take a bag that this halfling is carrying, flip it inside out, and a number of weaponry, armor, magical trinkets, bobs and ends pour out of it, along with a massive purple stone that is picked up, and then the individual disappears and the memory ends.
Do I recognize any of the spells that were cast?
Roll an Arcana check.
Or at least can I deduce the nature?
Sure.
Natural 20. Knows all
Natural 2D.
Could I have that
for
stone?
for like a 10.
Could I have that stone
For
passed around
10.
me?
Pass it around.
No, not really. No. You get the feeling that you've heard of the black ray that was like draining away the moisture. That's a spell called Blight.
So after you're done with it, pass it on. Everyone, I'm
It's
I'm
pretty
getting
graphic, guys.
to the reason why this is relevant to us in this moment right now. So at this point, we can just assume everyone's
Yeah.
watched it. now.
Frognand told me about it because I don't want to watch it.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it.
It's not a full 10 minutes. It can hold up to 10 minutes, but the memory itself is not a full 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably like
Probably
6
like
rounds.
Yeah. There's a bit of a chase.
Quick questions just for inner thoughts.
Mhm.
I instantly recognize that this is Pick, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Pick?
Would I recognize any of the armaments and items that were unfolded out? And especially the one that he took.
I'm getting to that.
I'm going to say that one no, because that wasn't a common knowledge item.
Okay.
And it's not one that's massively produced.
Okay. I still want to know about the other stuff, though.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Let's get an item list.
Yeah. That is a 25.
Oh my god. I don't know this bit.
I go into the memory, rip out the items.
Most of them, if you're looking at them, you're like, oh, it's a basic plus enchantment kind of thing. There's nothing in there that terribly stands out. The bow itself, you have seen Pick fight with before. You do know it is a sentient bow that he wielded during the battle in Everlost, known as Firefly.
Yeah.
Beyond that, most of them, it's kind of just adventurers being adventurers and not letting go of the stuff they gather. Yeah, nothing else really in there stood out terribly.
Okay. So at this point, everyone's seen it. So, the note that I found under my armor, which is pretty interesting that there was somehow something that I didn't have before me under my armor. Doesn't really seem like something that should happen, but it did. The note said simply, "Your grandfather was not who he said he was." This point of view is of, I believe, my grandfather murdering Pick, who is a great hero of the Everlost War, and somebody I thought was his friend. This was confirmed recently when we met our friend Daggledoria. So, she killed my grandfather something like 100 years ago, which is odd, being as that my grandfather used to tell me stories of his life 30 some odd years ago. Kind of doesn't add up.
Is your grandfather human?
I am. I believe so.
Do humans usually live that long?
I'm getting to that too. Last night, I had an encounter with your father. He is being hunted by my grandfather. I don't know why, but he seemed very keen on killing me if I had some connection to him, which I did not, so I'm still here to talk about it. I did not think he was bluffing, and I hate to say it, but he probably could have achieved his goal if he wanted me dead in that moment. Anyways, it was right after you exploded my face.
You asked me to.
I know what I asked you to do. So here's now why this pertains to all of us. I think I hit everything I needed to there.
Well, so your grandfather's still Your grandfather's still alive, but was killed by Dagodoria.
So last night, after this encounter, I had an interesting dream, basically describing. It's basically from the point of view of my grandfather, almost similarly to the memory crystal we all looked at. And that point of view was him killing some wizard named Ruland or something to that effect. He killed him on the top of some mountain and promptly had his head cut off. The vision, dream, whatever it is, ended with my head being cut off. I'm pretty sure that locks in with what Dagodoria told me about how she killed my grandfather.
And yet he's out hunting Dobladan.
And this was 100 years ago when she killed him, give or take.
Yes.
He's hunting him now. In my conversation with Dobladan, Triple D, as we're calling him, he told me of something called a simulacrum.
Is that like a twin?
I think so.
It's a spell.
Yes,
Or it's a spell.
It's a construct that one makes. It's essentially a replica of themselves. Some of their abilities are limited, but otherwise they inherit their nature, their memories, their thoughts. It's essentially a functioning copy of them.
How is that cast?
Over a long period of time.
So,
Depends on your method of casting.
There's a number of resources that need to be gathered for it, and then it's a ritual that goes around 12 hours.
Can it be killed?
Yes.
Like normally? Like stabbing?
Yes, as long as it doesn't have any sort of items that would prevent it from being stabbed, you can kill it like anything else.
can it copy itself?
No.
Don't believe so.
Can you make more than one?
No.
So wait, are you saying
I'm not really sure.
that your grandpa,
Uh-huh.
when he told you stories,
Uh-huh.
he wasn't really your grandpa?
It sounds like he was a copy of my grandfather.
Whoa.
Yeah. Imagine.
But wait, okay. But this one's not cool, because he's trying to kill your dad.
Yes.
Yes.
Which brings me to the reason I'm bringing this up in the first place. If he is hunting your father, you can be used as leverage against him.
Yeah.
So, from this point forward, I'm kind of going to assume we are being hunted by a very powerful wizard.
Do you ever stop to think that maybe this timing is rather convenient, that you have a magical dream enlightening you about your grandfather the night after you meet Triple D?
Yeah, it seems incredibly convenient.
Do you think maybe he was the one showing you that?
Sure, but why does that matter? Like, it doesn't matter. All the dream did was confirm what Dagodoria already told me, which I had no reason to doubt her anyways, so that checked out.
Someone gave you that dream.
It seems that way. But your guess to that is as good as mine.
Maybe it was Lunaris.
What
Sure.
was...
I feel like there would have been a moon in the dream.
What
Not
was
really a
your
storm.
father's relationship with your grandfather? And
My father's relationship?
yes.
I mean, my grandfather disappeared when I was like 6 or 7. So, I don't really know. He was grandpa. He was...
And your dad was an asshole too, right?
No. My dad was a great man.
Oh, sorry.
Not all dads are assholes.
But what about Vicky? How did Vicky get the wasting? Oh, that was her dad.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what can we do to protect Frognand?
I don't know. I think step 1 is moving.
Yes.
Like,
Well, how...
Staying on God, perhaps?
Unless he has things with him, a simulacrum shouldn't pose that much of a threat.
well, my grandfather and my father and my family are not, let's say, destitute. they do have the means to do all kinds of things. My grandfather amassed this wealth when he was young, and that passed on to my family.
Great. So we're dealing with a simulacrum with money.
Well, and the other thing
Possible. It is possible.
that's bouncing around in my head is how do we know that it's the simulacrum out there? I know there's ways to lengthen one's life.
That's
Because-
what I'm thinking.
Daggledoria said she cut his head off.
Did
What
she?
if she killed the simulacrum?
Huh.
Raging barbarians aren't exactly known for their, well,
And if that was a simulacrum
Brains.
and he was still alive at the time, he could have just made another one.
Huh.
Well,
and someone did have
Yeah,
to give
I
you that
didn't-
crystal.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
well,
I feel like you might have someone pulling some strings.
I still
Behind
feel
the
like that
scenes.
you are right in that we should be cautious and assume that someone will be on our trail. But
Yeah.
To be safe, perhaps Frognand should. Would you feel comfortable using a false name?
We could,
Mr.
we could
Knapp.
workshop something.
We could work
On the
something
way.
out, but I
Yeah.
do worry that your
Right,
name would carry some.
wait. How's
What do you got?
Declan sound?
Ooh, Declan. I like it.
Let's keep workshopping.
Mr. Lan.
Yeah.
Frognand, and perhaps you should not mention where you're from.
Well, you.
24 of us?
10.
8 of us?
Y'all are all I've
8.
ever told about Hovel Hollow.
Yes,
let me
well,
tell you something right now, Nogfrand. If
I'll give
that-
that last
Brother,
one.
no.
Last one,
Eggnog.
just a sec.
if this simulacrum comes anywhere near you, I will stab the shit out of it.
He will drain the moisture from your body and leave you a husk.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
You won't.
I mean, here's the thing.
Sorry.
I've spent my whole life being sneaky. I have ways to avoid detection, I think.
Would you like to hide in my ring?
Yes.
I'm just kidding, I can't
Wait,
really
no,
do that.
wait. Can I? Wait. Can I roll a persuasion check? Can I cast modify memory or something?
All right, focus up here.
Frognand levels up 4 levels.
No, you guys, it's got to be Nogfrand now. He's undercover.
I don't know why you guysed me. I'm the
Anyways.
TM.
We'll work on that.
I'm talking to
do you
Cable.
have a way of disguising yourself? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like non-detection and being sneaky, but I mean changing your appearance. I mean, yes, like you can be sneaky, but if a deep gnome is caught,
Let me ask you a question, Professor. You're pretty unique looking, aren't you?
well, I mean, there's
Ray
a
of
ladron
sunshine
up
over there.
Yeah, but you know, you have your own thing going on.
Yes.
What about our pretty boy over here? He's
don't-
pretty unique looking, isn't he? The green one? Yeah. The problem is, we're a pretty unique looking group.
And
Oh, I'm not hiding all of this.
I'm not asking you to. There's no and there. We can't really conceal who we are.
But at least we can conceal who he is.
We can try, which we should.
And it's true. Actually, one of the first spells I learned is a spell called Disguise Self.
Love to see
Yes.
it.
I mean, you don't even have to be anything else, honestly. Just
maybe you should
Change
wear a
your-
dress.
change your outward appearance to
Okay.
look like that of a traditional
Or a
surface
hat.
gnome, and
How long does that spell last?
Only like an hour usually.
Right, yeah.
We should get you a hat.
It's an hour.
There are a lot
That's a good idea.
you
There-
upcast it for more.
Either way,
There's no benefit to upcast.
we,
No, sometimes.
going forward,
Yeah.
need to be on alert
All right. Not as trusting either.
and maybe not as trusting either.
So let me know. I mean, I've practiced Disguise Self so much that, like, if I do it once a day, it feels like it's for free. So,
What, does it take you like 10 minutes to get that ready?
no, this one
It's
takes me
instant.
about 6 seconds.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if
Right.
you see,
Is that more of a racial ability?
so then
Everyone in my family can do it.
Everyone in Hovel Hollow.
we're not talking about the hollow.
It's awfully confusing.
So if we come upon people, then you can just.
Yeah.
put it on.
So, with
Just-
that said, what's the code word?
How about double finger guns? No.
I do that all the time.
That's
Yes, I
going to be
feel like-
really
Yeah.
confusing.
That's a double finger.
Let's just say the single word change.
Okay.
That's simple.
Changes. Okay.
Exactly. That sounds like it could be a song.
When Frognand does that, Ringwin, it echoes in your head.
When he does what?
Like slows down.
Oh. All right.
Anyways,
let's get
so-
a move on, and
Let's eat this delicious leg, and then let's get moving.
We love a good leg.
I'm glad that we're all in accord.
Yes, we should get prepared and move out.
All right, down the cliffside.
After we eat, we're eating.
Wait, yeah.
Well, after that conversation, maybe we should eat and walk. I know
Yeah.
it's not good for your
I
digestion.
mean, I imagine you guys are
but-
having this chat and eating at the same time.
Yeah,
like
And I'm also finishing the butchering.
Yeah.
Getting mixed up.
Do you want to
Also,
help carry any of that?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Of course.
I know no one asked, but my dad did disappear last night.
Oh, he definitely disappeared last night.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna see him again.
It kind of sounds like we don't want to.
It kind of sounds like we're going to.
We're going to?
So you said he was protecting something.
I didn't say that.
I thought that was said.
I may have said that to someone.
It's canon.
I don't know what his deal is, why he's being hunted. He didn't offer that information to me.
the only one who really caught a lot of that info was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I told Wolfgang though when we were watching.
That's up to you guys.
Did you?
Once you have the
Unwatch?
information, it's up to you what you
Decide.
do with it. Yeah.
I think I did.
Let's say you
I
did.
would have.
About the whole, everything that you guys talked about?
Yeah.
All right, let's try that again. So actually,
So actually,
Gift of gab.
Nesta, why don't you explain as we go?
Great.
You guys pack up, begin trekking forward.
I'm leading, Dark.
Basically, what I know is that Frognand's father is guarding something of great importance, something magical that could be used as a weapon and could cause great harm to people.
Like that purple stone in his gem thing?
Oh, by the way, that's called a soul gem.
Oh,
right.
Good to know.
Soul gem.
And roll a history checks
I'd allow a
on-
check now that you have the name. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
also
think Daggledoria told me that?
Yes.
I think
she did.
Daggledoria told me that.
And also because after the Everlost War, I know things were sealed away.
A number of things were, yes.
Yeah. So could I also, could part of my history check also be like when I hear that he's protecting a thing of magical weapons or items that are sealed away? Could I see if there's any correlation to that potentially?
Here's the tricky thing. You never knew who Dobbledan was.
Yeah.
So his association with anything that would have been guarded necessarily, it's hard to make a correlation between something.
I'm kind of thinking more like, I know after the war there were things that were sealed away.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm hearing of somebody
Two things
who
in, in particular that were sealed away, yes.
yeah, and if
You
I'm
know, one of
hearing-
them is way far away back in your home country.
Yeah,
The other one you have no idea where that is.
yeah. But could I think about as like, okay, maybe he's
Sure.
part of protecting that?
Sure, I'll tack it on.
Okay.
Tactical assessment.
What's a soul gem, Wolfgang?
That's a great question.
You
I
don't.
have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
I can
imagine it
roll tactical
holds
assessment.
souls in it.
Really?
Ooh.
That is
Might be a bit on the nose.
an 18
I mean,
plus 8 is 26,
I
and
have a
just because
lance
I want
axe.
to see if I can get
It's a lance and an axe.
that's 5, so that's 31.
31.
Wow.
31.
Make an assessment.
You are positive that Dobbledan has nothing to do with the two things that are locked away.
Okay.
Oh man, 31.
Nearly impossible.
Yeah.
Godlike.
Yeah.
He's a
I'll do
smart
that.
boy.
You have
Not that
heard
hard.
impossible levels of whispering of this item. You know where it was once collected
Soul gem?
initially. Yes. Nekrovskia.
How do you know that?
About it.
Hold that for
I was
me.
there.
And
In a previous campaign.
Oh,
Necrovskya.
yes.
Necrovskya.
Necrovskya.
Did the person who get it have to throw the person they love most off a cliff to get it?
Yes.
You need higher than a 31 for that.
That's locked behind
In
a
what-
35.
I mean, if I'm being honest, this is information that's just impossible, but he did the impossible. He got a 30.
Do you say
He
that
got above
out
a
loud?
30.
Time to start upping those DCs.
I guess so.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I would probably be like sitting there thinking after all of this and this.
It was like an errant conversation you heard in a tavern 40 years ago. Like, it was something like that, and you were just like,
Yeah,
I remember!
Yeah, I'll be sitting there thinking like, hey,
You Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
so Jim,
Your leg is getting cold.
Necrovskya.
At that. What about it?
Memory serves, Necrovskya. That's where soul gems were harvested.
The soul gem.
This-
This is a unique, one-of-a-kind item. You would know that with a 31. Yeah.
This soul gem is from Necrovskya.
That's interesting.
Why?
Why?
Because I'm from Necrovskya. Vicky, too.
Why don't you have a Russian accent like Vicky?
It comes and goes.
Can we hear it
Mostly
when it comes?
goes.
Do you mean a Necrovskian accent?
And it's more Eastern
Right.
European.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Can you just give us an impression of your family real quick?
It died with my grandfather.
Who didn't die?
Oh. So,
It's the Puss in Boots cat. Oh.
Wolfgang, does this sort of soul gem or something sound anywhere familiar? Or may I take another closer look at your? Look, does this seem similar to it, or is it?
No,
it's
in
different?
terms of shape, cut, design, it's totally
Totally different,
different, and
okay.
it's a blue color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's very much designed differently.
where? I've only heard it in name, and I'm assuming you say that you've come far from the north, so it must be far. How much farther north from here is it?
How far north is it from here?
From here,
Yeah.
your home,
Yeah.
weeks, baby, multiple weeks. That's assuming you don't get slowed down by any problems crossing through the mountains. You have to go past the windswept plains.
I say all these things.
Well, there's
In a Russian
still
accent.
quite a lot to accomplish in Leminsa, and we don't really know the full connection with Necrovskya yet, right? Am I
Yes.
pronouncing that the way your culture does?
Doing fantastic.
Okay. No
Yes.
corrections?
No, you're great. No notes.
Yes, I will say I'm hopeful that once we get to Lemonster, there's some sort of library.
Is that how Necrovskians say library?
Library.
Library
Yes.
or a place of study that I could go into and just search records and
you.
see what I can find.
Well, certainly.
Okay, well, yeah. Guess that's,
Thank you for sharing, Wolfgang.
well, as I said, we've all fought and nearly died together. Kind of brings people together. A little more than just winding up in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Yes, I dare say we're starting to trust one another. I'd say, and I'd pointedly look at him.
Callus is balancing his scimitar on his finger.
I will say, Nesta, you're very familiar with Leminsa. You are aware that there is a very large library out there called the Averilil Library.
Very little.
Averilil.
It's a very little library.
Very little. It looks like
A very little library.
a very little library. Lots of books though.
We'll workshop it.
Very little library.
It's a very little library.
Oh, it's quite big. I did not expect that.
It's the best thing I've ever done.
It's bigger on the inside.
Don't you love DMing?
It has its joys.
Dominic made that name on the spot.
No, I have it in my
No,
notes,
he
and now I'm like, I want to delete it
clearly
all.
referred to it.
I'm gonna burn the city down. So Burl.
You put-
That was excellent.
you
I
put
gotta give you
hours
props.
into that.
You get to Lemonster and it's gone.
Yeah, you know that white dragon you released? It found a new
Oh
home.
boy.
I did that with the city in mind.
All right.
Let's go.
On to Lamensa.
Yes, you guys are walking currently.
We're already moving.
Yeah, you've been walking for a while now.
As we travel, I would like to try and talk to Wolfgang and Vicky.
Okay. Vicky usually travels closely to you.
What's up, babe?
Baby.
Do not call me
Baby.
I would never call her
Hey,
that.
baby.
In another multiverse.
We're surfers from LA. What's up, babe? How you doing?
Oh, doing well.
I'll approach the two of them and talk to Wolfgang first. Wolfgang, yeah, well, you know by now that my mind is always going, so I will just come out and ask questions that I feel may help me. If you don't mind answering, was your father also a victim of the wasting?
No. Oh, yes, he was.
Okay. Perhaps before this, Vicky, if I may have a word with you in this regard as well. And again, same, if this conversation becomes too much, either let me know or I'll assume the ticking is the message. I know you were a victim of the wasting.
The first.
The first, yes. Do you recall anything that happened in or around the time when you first started noticing symptoms, or even sometime beforehand? Anything at all? Anything that, even the smallest thing that could just seem offhandedly out of place?
Well, it wasn't necessarily out of place, but it was... While the wasting mainly attacks your extremities, it also does things to the brain, to the mind, and I would see hallucinations. Things that weren't actually there, but one thing in particular would haunt me the most. A dark figure, cloaked, hooded. The cloak itself tattered and would blow through the wind like a living shadow. And it would haunt me in my dreams, haunt me while I was awake. There was no escaping it.
What? Because in what form did these hauntings take place? Did it antagonize you? Did it speak to you?
No spoken language, almost indecipherable whispers. No words, just sounds, air, wind passing through. It would just mock me from a distance.
So you can understand its intent, but not exactly what it was saying. Does it seem like it was almost in another language, or?
That I don't know. I'm not well versed in languages. I should double check that.
Knows every language.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, for a person, she knows 3 languages.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with something like that, but... Okay. Wolfgang, did your father ever mention anything similar to this? Hauntings, hallucinations?
I wasn't really around as he died. wasn't exactly home when that was happening.
If you don't mind me asking, what were you doing?
So, I guess long story medium, won't be short. I, at the time, was captain of our Treasury Guard for my city. I had been working with my father for a long time, not a long time, for a while, to essentially take over his position as head of the Treasury of Necroskia. And at the time, I was en route to actually Tongton to do some sort of deal or something. I don't even remember at this point. And when we got word what was happened and what was happening, I turned around and came back. I was essentially starting to bridge the gap between my father's job, what he did, and taking over that position.
I see. Did your father have any particular enemies? I'm assuming a position like that garners quite a few.
Yeah, I mean, not anyone that I think stuck out. He never mentioned any sort of feud. There's a family in Necroskia that didn't particularly like my family, me, and her father, I don't think was the biggest fan of me, but I'm beginning to think that was projecting. He, some reason, thought I was the reason Vicky died, when it kind of turned out that he was the reason she died.
So, in what way do you mean that? If she died from the wasting, but what does her father have to do with that?
It was some time ago, but I don't believe my father was capable of afflicting the wasting on me, but he did take it as an opportunity to experiment on me. It was a good excuse to shut me away for fear of contagion.
I see. Despicable.
He's not a good man.
Well, if he's...
I think I do know who is responsible for it. I think Frognand's dead sort of implied that my grandfather is the one who started it, did it.
He started the wasting. Do you mean to say that he was the one who gave Dobladan the wasting?
He said that I don't remember if he said he thinks or that he knows that that's where he got it. Either way.
Because I
wasn't.
do
No,
remember.
Oh,
talking to Dominic.
Sorry.
Right now.
Yeah, like outside talking, I do remember vaguely
He said
him saying that Victor did this to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he vaguely gestured to his foot when he mentioned encountering your grandfather.
So, putting 2 and 2 kind of makes me think that he might be the originator. Again, I haven't seen him in 30 years, so kind of thought he was dead.
Well, if that's the case, which, good, this is the information I was trying to extract. This wasting may be less of a disease and more of a poison.
Or a weapon. Which I guess poison can be. Yeah, that checks out.
Or a curse.
It could be that as well.
Well,
There is more to this wasting that meets the eye. That much is certain.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more to a lot of this than what's on the surface.
I shall continue my diligent research.
I have no doubt.
You've been most helpful. Thank you. And I'll...
Looking out to Vicky, he's an excited one.
Indeed. The group continues walking forward. Who would like to roll for the next 2 days' encounter?
I'll do it.
Roleplay can also happen before and after said events, if
Yeah.
anything happens.
I'm gonna roll it. D20.
Sure.
2.
Those.
I did it, guys.
A nice couple of quiet days.
Hey,
Not
you're
a
welcome.
single fucking thing happens.
Nice encounter table. What's on it? Nothing.
Nothing.
There's
He needs more time to prep.
There's tons.
Yeah, everyone knows Dominic doesn't prep for these sessions.
Dude, I want a 1. I want a 1 so bad.
Ancient
Wait till I
dragon.
roll.
All right.
Bellicrats, hey!
Hey!
Nice to see you again. I did say I would
Bella,
meet you.
my boy.
Oh, he said he would try not to eat us.
I'm gonna roll for it.
How hungry am I today? 100% hungry. You get fucked.
For the next 2 days, you guys find yourselves trekking forward. The cliffside starts to merge very closely with the forest. It's a little too difficult to stay right on the cliff's edge while walking down this path. You guys are pushed a little further into the forest and navigate your way through there. Not too far. You can still look past the trees that envelop this area, and you can still see far beyond, off in the distance. A bit of glimmering off in the distance.
Can I
Hints of
hunt
water.
for rabbits?
Sure.
I just want to catch a rabbit. before.
Rabbit
Yeah.
season.
Are you hunting to kill?
Yes.
Okay, survival check.
Got meat for days for us.
16.
16. Yeah, with your excellent stealth as well, you are more than able to catch about 3 rabbits during the course of 2 days of hunting.
Thank you.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
For the lance axe, is the lance used one-handed?
It can, yes, it is used one-handed. The drawback to it is anyone who's within 5 feet of you, if you're not mounted, the attack rolls at disadvantage. But bonus action, turn it into a
Great axe.
axe, and you're good to go.
Okay. And it's a great axe, right?
It is a great axe,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Great axe into lance, lance into great axe.
Okay. I'll be having it in lance mode so I can use it with my shield.
Camp is set, multiple nights in a row. Is there anything you guys would like to be doing before we go into next travel?
What's the moon phase?
Ooh, 2 days go by, so let me update the dates.
Give me that moon face.
Give me that moon phase, though.
Studying.
I forget all the terminology, but essentially it was a new moon. It's the 5th now of the Dragon Wrath moon. So it's starting... I guess it's waxing into... closer to crescent.
Waxing crescent.
Yeah,
Love
it's it won't be at its halfway mark until... What would that be? Actually, yeah, it would be Gibbous around the 10th.
Right.
So in about 5 more days.
What other planet is in retrograde?
I don't know if that's common knowledge.
Why do we feel shitty?
I don't think we know if there's more
What's
planets out there in my
everyone's
world. We know the existence of other planes of existence.
I want to
But not
be able to
necessarily.
explain why I'm being a bitch.
I could explain that to you though, because the wow, get out of here. Because the blood moon, it correlates to emotions in this world. So this phase of the moon represents a lot of like inner turmoil and like bringing of new emotions and new intentions.
Is this Nesta or Brittany talking?
Brittany, but
Okay.
I would have relayed this
As Nesta
information.
is describing this to Dr. Filson Olafir, I'm hiding in a tree above them and spying on them. Because I used my spider climbing boots
Sure.
to get up there. I've been running up a lot of trees.
You also know Dragonwrath in particular is about passion, drive, ambition, achievements, stuff like that. It's a good time to either finish a goal you've been working on or start a new one.
I would relay that to you.
Oh, most fascinating. Thank you. It is rather intriguing hearing this because, well, where I'm from, people focus more on light and the sun, followers of Solaris and what have you.
Oh, Solaris.
Yes.
Interesting. Does that influence your form that you take?
No, it doesn't have anything to do particularly with me. It's just what's Ristelia has decided to build herself upon. Is the light of Solaris and that.
In your teachings with Lunaris, Solaris is very well talked of. Solaris and Lunaris are considered within a pantheon brother and sister.
Yes, this for me more has to do with being from the Feywild.
Oh, interesting.
You guys having this open conversation?
I'm spying on them from the
Go ahead and roll
trees.
stealth check real quick, because they both have good passives.
I'm just listening.
That one.
Summoned into
fucking asshole.
existence.
You bitch!
You just gotta
But it's an 11 because I am plus.
No, nat one is about as bad as it gets, and even with an 11, they would still notice. You hear the word Feywild, and you're like, ooh, a little bit more about the professor, and a branch snaps. You don't fall all the way to the ground. You're pretty dexterous, but you are hanging above them now, holding on to what branch you do grab, and you guys suddenly have feet dangling in front of you.
I'm not
These
gonna-
gravitational boots.
I'm not gonna even bat an eye, and just as I'm talking, yes, the City of Eynon. Rangwin, good, you've decided to join us. Anyway,
So good.
I just kind of fall the rest of the way to the ground and sit cross-legged. Listen.
Okay.
yes, no, this is with influence from the Feywild. It's very much in tune to the, various seasons that we see throughout the material plane.
Is that where you're from?
Yes,
What is the Feywild?
a alternate plane of existence. And in some circles theorized to be the true origin of elvenkind.
And you're an elf.
A type of, yes, an eladrin. We stayed in the Feywild while the traditional elves that you see today have moved here into the material plane.
But you grew up in the Feywild.
Yes,
Is it nice?
I found it rather enjoyable. A bit chaotic. There is something kind of intriguing and beautiful in the structure of the material plane that I must say you can't find in the Feywild.
Oh, I like to hear that.
Cool.
How long were you there?
Well,
Consults notes.
let's see, I'm 432. I've been here for 132 years.
Yeah, about.
Okay, so it's spent the first 300 years there.
300.
Yes,
How old are you?
432.
Oh yeah, that's...
Days?
No, years.
Yeah, well, that.
In regards to the material plane, yes.
Is time different in the Feywild?
I mean,
Generally speaking,
That's a lot.
yes, a bit. But
Does it go faster or slower?
it really depends.
I mean, both, technically.
We have done the calculations, and there's approximately 300 years in the material plane.
can we call you Grandpa?
No, because while I may be multiple generations of your kind, I'm still barely middle-aged.
How long will
Approaching.
you live to be if you don't die a terrible, violent death?
Roughly 1,000 years.
On average, elves live to be 750.
Yeah.
You know, they'll push 800 on occasion.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, so
how
I
humans
assume-
will push 100, you know.
Yeah, so scratch that. I am essentially in my midlife.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get a Porsche?
40s.
Start dating a 20-year-old? Never mind.
She'd be like, she'd be like 200.
She'd be like 200. start dating a 100-year-old.
Well, I do believe I gave in to my more Feywild aspects while we were in Voxstrom.
Woohoo! Look at you, buddy.
I have no
Sorry,
idea
I
what
don't
he's
know how
talking
to
about.
talk to people.
You had like a few drinks and you slept with one person. That's giving in?
Did she try to kill you afterwards?
No, it was
Then you have one up on Kylus.
Alright, he's just not doing it right, alright?
That was a good one.
The pop and crackle of the fire echoes into the night.
Nesta, you're not 400 years old, are you?
I'm not.
Okay. Is anyone else 400 years old?
Maybe?
Froggy?
I'm getting there.
Are you?
I'm. How old did I say? I said it in the first session. I think I'm like 44.
You did, yeah. You're coming up on 50.
Yeah.
In no
I
mirrors.
don't think I've been alive that long. I don't feel like I've been alive that long.
Hold on. You don't think you've been alive that long?
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Pretty sure. But you're not positive. How old are you?
I'm gonna start paying attention to the back of my neck.
Okay.
Do you have like birthdays where you know,
When is your birthday?
my first birthday, my
What's the
second birthday,
Everyone
my
feels-
turn.
Okay, everybody,
So-
Everyone
everybody.
feels a thumb in the back of their
There's
head.
that thumb again.
Wolfgang, that's enough.
It's not painful, but it is present.
I had this conversation with Dr. Phil yesterday.
Here it comes.
Damn it.
I want this fan art so bad.
You are not the
Summer
father.
Eladrin Dr.
You
Phil.
are not the father.
Look, Wolfgang, the thing is, you know how like we all met each other
Mm-hmm.
in that one prison and then we went to the other prison.
I do
Well,
remember
before that, I was in another prison. And before that, I don't remember anything.
that. Anything.
Nope. I don't remember anything.
How long were you in that other prison?
I don't know.
Your memory starts at that point? Is
I
that what you're trying to
remember
say?
waking up
Uh-huh.
to chaos and seeing Darek, and he motioned to me that this was our chance to escape, and so we did.
Turning to Dark. Care to shed any light on the situation?
I heard you wince. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what she said. I don't really know how to make heads or tails of the situation, but
How old are you?
I actually don't know how long it live.
I think it's average.
It's a
Huh.
human,
It
like,
is
yeah,
pretty,
it's a human
yeah.
lifespan.
Humany.
Humany.
I'm
Humanish.
mid-30s.
So
36.
you remember things.
Sure. Yeah, I had a childhood.
Okay. Why doesn't she?
I don't know.
You were in this prison, right?
Yes. I was in the
And-
cell next to hers.
You met her there.
Yes, I did.
Do you remember when she came to that prison? Was she already there when you arrived at that prison?
No, I was there before she showed up. I mean, she was brought in like anyone else of us.
Can I insight check him?
Sure, go ahead.
That's very odd.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Oh my god. It's tricky. Normally the eyes are the things that give you that thing. Hard to read with that one. But his body language, he seems uncomfortable. You're not sure what, but something's off.
Okay.
I don't say anything.
So they brought her in. You said that's what you said. You were there first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they brought her in.
Who is they, though?
Yeah, that's a great question.
We were held captive by an individual named Gallifrax. Yeah, go ahead.
That is
Ga-
21.
21.
Gallifrax?
Yeah.
Gallifrax.
Don't make me turn this into a technical assessment.
You can
No, I'm
try.
not going to.
It's because it's context of scenario. It's who the individual is.
I don't have a chance to get a 30 with it, so I'm not going
so
to.
I'm not gonna risk it.
Hmm.
He or they is what is commonly referred to as a beholder.
Ooh.
Do I know what that is?
You can roll a history or arcana check.
Can I roll 2?
Sure. Anyone who would like to.
25.
25. Yeah.
Everybody's rolling so
we're
good
level
on all
5.
these, like-
What the hell is going on here?
I rolled a 19. I don't know which one.
I mean, yeah, that's a damn good roll. With a 25, you know that this creature is essentially a floating head. This massive, toothy, grinning jaw. There's variations on beholders, but classically they fall into this same visual. One singular eye in the center, multiple eye stalks that have an assortment of different magical effects and dangers attached to them. They are pompous, arrogant, full of themselves, and they believe themselves to be the pinnacle of creation, that nothing is better than them. With a 25, yeah, you know that much.
Sounds like a white man from Alabama.
Hot
There
take.
goes that target audience.
Well, fuck them.
Gallifrax is also known as the Sculptor.
The sculptor.
Gallifrax the Sculptor.
Oh, he's an artist. Good for him.
In a sense, yeah.
What does he sculpt?
People
Oh.
How?
with his eye.
Oh.
And he just brought her in just like anybody else.
I mean, I don't know the nature of how he encountered you, Rangwin, but yeah.
Penguin is very upset right now.
they,
Are you saying that he sculpted me?
that I don't know. You didn't come in as a statue. You were movable
He petrifies his people and then
by looking at them, yes.
brings them in.
Hmm.
Sometimes. I don't know why he didn't do it with you.
You got lucky, so to speak.
He's capable of ending the petrification as well.
Yes, most beholders have ways to end their own magical effects. They're quite the nasty lots.
Yeah, so I've heard.
He had another thing he was capable of.
Oh, good.
Well, he could puppet them once they were in this statued form.
Oh,
As like control them.
Yes.
that is rather unique.
Big yikes.
Big
As
yikes.
they say for Lunaris.
Huh.
Kyle's will like flick Ringwin on the shoulder.
Ow!
Sorry, just checking to see if you were stone.
I'm not stone, obviously.
All right.
I don't think you avoided the age question either, mister.
I didn't bother to ask him.
I'm curious.
He's not gonna tell
I
you.
suppose I might have a century or so under my belt.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll it.
Actually, for the first.
Go ahead, roll. Roll, just tell
God
us
damn it.
a number and nothing else.
Natural 20.
Nope. 7.
Plus
10.
7 plus 4 is 11. I don't even have to tactically assess you.
Tactical
That's a
assessment.
century.
At least a century.
Yeah.
seems honest.
A long time.
He's
It's the weirdest thing. He's honest, but the whole approach to get there was dodgy. But yeah, he seems honest.
well, we took the long road, but he is about a century or so.
What do you think? Is he like a tree? Should we cut his arm off? Count the rings?
No, we don't work like that.
Might have rings. I've never really checked.
While they're interrogating him about his age, I'm gonna like try and slip away.
Stealth check, please.
17.
Yeah. You remove yourself from the group.
Okay. I'm gonna go hide up a tree. Deal with my emotions.
No check needed. Climbing's easy.
I don't think
Roll
you
to
told
deal
us
with
how
your
old you are.
emotions.
26.
Roll to deal with your emotions.
Roll to deal with your emotions.
26. Alright.
Emotions dealt. Psst, Mr. Nand,
Mm-hmm.
could I steal you for a moment?
Wait, how old are you?
Yeah, of course.
Be 38 this year.
You seem to.
Yeah, I get that a lot. It's probably my good humor.
As Frognand and Kylus find an opportunity to scooch off to the side.
Well, we'll lead him away
Yeah.
towards the cliff.
Okay.
This is where he thinks about it. You got Featherfall prepared?
Would you like to follow?
Obviously.
Nothing untoward here.
What's up?
That's what happens when no one trusts you.
Questioning my intentions, questioning my age, questioning everything.
I think we found a title
Right.
episode.
Maybe if you gave a straight answer for once, we wouldn't have to.
I did.
It took a while.
And I was honest about it.
It took a while.
You were dodgy.
Dodgy. Right then, Mr. Nand.
Yeah?
What are you counting over there?
Nothing. I'm gonna request the service of our messenger later.
Sending something off then
She loves it.
Yeah.
to
Dad.
Right, your father. What do you got there? You don't have to tell me, but I'd be happy to proofread it for you.
Yeah. Here you go.
You're in a tree dealing with emotions.
Rolling for your emotions.
Roll the motion check.
I know. I'm not totally sure, but
Is that how you really feel?
yeah.
Well, he didn't really even ask why you were out here.
No, I mean, I was gonna tell him. It doesn't matter. What's up?
If you don't want to talk about it, I understand. Fathers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, that curse I told you about.
Yeah.
Perhaps you might need a bit of a distraction.
Okay. My ears
I-
twitch just a little bit.
I'd like your help. I want to figure out how to get rid of this.
Oh. Yeah, you got it. Do you need a push?
No, I don't think so. That. No, not there yet.
I just hit my mage hand.
As it disappears.
Well, fear of heights, like I said, it was a curse placed on me.
Uh-huh.
I've never really dealt with curses. I'm not quite sure how to get rid of them, dispel them. But yeah, I mean, you got rid of that dragon's lovely bling.
Yeah. I mean, I can try. Let me just get a closer look, and I'll use my racial ability, or not my racial ability, my Scriblian ability,
Okay.
to quickly ritual cast detect magic. Get a good look at it. Is it just kind of like a halo?
It's like a hazy cloud,
Okay.
kind of around the head.
So I can't sing Halo right now.
I don't recommend it. But
That's a
it's
hard
it's
song.
it's a palish gray coloration with like hints of green that mix through.
Amber is the color of this energy.
Oh, whoa.
It's definitely an illusion. It's definitely like illusion based magic.
It's weird because I don't know. I've never tried to dissipate a curse before. I guess it's the same as what I did before. I'll cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. You notice the haze is gone.
Does he look different?
He has
Seems
freckles now.
fine.
Still as handsome as ever.
Yeah.
I already
Oh.
had freckles. Thank you very much.
Weird.
He has no freckles now.
Let's get a little closer to the edge.
All right. I'll start.
You look over the edge, and any fear is one of your own creation. There's no forced perspective.
You
It doesn't become a long tunnel, and you don't hear the whispers in your mind.
You can teleport, right?
Yeah.
Telekinetic shove him off the cliff.
What the
Do you resist?
Yeah!
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh my god. We are not good friends to each other.
All the trust gone!
When you consider having the surprise condition,
18 plus 1, 19.
19.
Balls.
Yeah, he does get pushed, but a gust of wind just kind of and pushes him right back onto
See,
the
look,
ledge.
you protected yourself. Your fear of the
From
edges-
you!
No, but you weren't able to deal with the edge like that before. I'm proud of you.
Your tactics are. We need to work on that. But you really did it.
Yeah.
I suppose that was a wee bit anticlimactic.
Yeah. Do you want to make it a little more intense?
No, I'm quite good.
Okay. Well, with my detect magic up, what else can I see on him?
What else does he see on you?
A ring. No
Yeah.
longer wearing a magical cloak. I'm dressed in the original garb that you saw me in the prison
Okay.
cell.
So you're just a boring ass real Shatterkai?
Something like that.
Seems that way.
Do you want me to check out your ring too now?
I was actually going to commend you on your restraint the other night and not looking at it.
Oh, well, I just want to make sure that you're cool with it,
Oz did tell me that you tried.
Wait, what? What? Oh, yeah, when we first met. Where is Oz?
It's a
Telekinetic shove
raven.
him.
Roll strength save for him. In crow form.
In crow form.
That's, I think, a -4, -3.
I have no idea what a crow's stats are. I'm just gonna roll.
Roll -3 from it.
12 minus 3.
12. He gets pushed and
Yeah.
flies away.
That's a little rude.
same.
Well, I
But you said that, right?
Like you said the word.
Shield.
He still shit on you.
The shield doesn't block the shit?
You didn't see it coming. He rolled a stealth check.
Balls.
Alright,
All
well,
right.
let me clean you up a little bit.
Thanks. So, I'm curious about you.
Alright, well, you did help me, so let's take a seat, and I'll give you one question.
Okay. One question. Okay,
I'm sitting on the cliff with, like, my legs swung over the edge now.
It's nice.
Shove him off again.
If he's proning it, does he have advantage
Oh
on
my
strength
God.
checks?
I might!
God.
Prone.
No.
Um,
No disadvantage.
one question. Why are you traveling with us?
Well, I suppose you're all rather interesting. And I didn't really have anywhere to be.
So you're just a wandering soul then?
Kind of. I was in Restolia for a time. And, well, I woke up with all of you. And I'd kind of just been putzing around for a while, doing performances in an inn. And, well, this is a lot more interesting.
What's the Shadowfell like?
Dark and gloomy and sucks up all your emotions.
Huh. So you're trying to stay out of there?
Yeah, as long as I can.
I get
Probably
that.
most of my life if I could.
Okay. Your magic doesn't come like mine does, and it's definitely not God-given like Ness does.
You're asking a lot more than one question here.
Did you notice?
I was counting.
What's the deal with that?
Shenanigans, I said one question.
Yeah, but you already answered at least 2 or 3.
3.
Yeah. if we do about 6 more, we'll get back to a number with a 1 in it.
How about you answer one for me
Okay.
first, and then we'll see about another one.
Yeah.
What's your goal with your father?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just wonder what could have been. You know? I mean, I'm on a mission from Hovel Hollow. And he was the one that did the missions, right? Everyone wants a relationship with their father. I guess I don't need him. I just want him.
What makes you want him, though? Why not just ignore it? It seems to me that he's ignoring you.
Well, my mom always taught me that when you're in a fight with someone, walk away, cool off, and then address them again later. Right? Sometimes you say things that you don't mean in the moment. I don't think... I think that he said some mean things. But I can't believe that's who he really is.
How long has he been gone?
23 years.
Right, so 23 years to right that mistake.
You're right. You know, this is the second letter I wrote to him. I burned the first one.
I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You do whatever you'd like to do with your father. But it's my personal opinion that he seems like a right shit. And maybe he's not deserving of your words. Maybe it's time for him to reach out to you.
You're right. But for my sister, I have to. But in terms of people to look up to, in terms of people to help guide me and protect me, I mean, traveling with you, traveling with Renguin, traveling with Nesta, I've realized I do have at least Wolfgang and the Professor.
They are rather father-like, I suppose. It's like the professor just bores you with his war stories, puts you right to sleep.
It's a good thing I didn't hear it.
And Wolfie socks you in the nose when you do something wrong.
Yeah, isn't that what a dad does?
I wouldn't really know.
Yeah. It's okay. You could be like my weird cousin.
Why don't I just be Kylas and you be Mr. Nand?
Okay. I mean, when it's okay for me to be Mr. Nand, I guess.
I don't really think you need to do that.
Yeah,
There's no reason to hide.
that's fair.
If they're contacting us in our dreams, then I think they have a pretty good idea of where we're at.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt it. I think that's smart. Do you want me to push you off the cliff?
No, I really don't. I can't fly just yet. I'm working on it. But
Me too.
really?
Hey, I'm not gonna give you my book, because I might not ever get it back. But pretty soon you're gonna see a fly spell right here.
I'm working on something different. Hoping to get back to how I was.
How were you? Were you not always a Shatterkai?
How am I? Mr. Nand.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check. Roll.
14. Is he dodging something?
Let's find out.
24.
Fuck.
Well,
Kyles will get up from the cliff and start walking away.
Mm.
Mr. Nand, I suppose I favor my mother's side.
Oh. Okay. I respect that. Me too.
He trails off into the forest.
He's half something, half something else.
Okay.
Half gorgeous, half a pain in the ass.
Literally.
Piece of shit.
Thanks for getting rid of my curse, though.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Last thing.
Otherwise, we'll move into more travel.
Yeah, I'll, right before we go to bed,
Mhm.
ask, hey, messenger. Thanks, pal. To Dad.
Alright, I'll send it.
You can say it out loud.
Yeah, because I don't know what it says. And I got to respond.
From Frog. Galfrax. Got. Alistrana.
Knew it! I knew it!
Tried to tell you. Trying to protect us. You let your family vulnerable. We needed you, Dad. I miss you.
Oh, shit.
Should have
And I flip off the air.
What's it say?
50-50.
Roll in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Battle map.
I call highs.
Yeah, let's... Highs.
I call high.
High, he responds. Let's find out.
17. Woo! Give me a response, Dad.
17 on
Talk
episode
to me,
17.
father.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Daddy.
You shrinked away after you said
Boo.
I said it. I was just like,
When I say it, I stand proud.
He's a proud daddy.
Okay. I have 25 words. Okay. There is much that I would do differently. Give me time to set things right. Enjoy your travels. I love you.
Let's go to break.
Okay, let's go to break.
Zach's like, in a minute.
We will see you guys here in a moment.
That's a W.
That's a W. That's a win.
And welcome back.
He loves me.
Oh, he loves you. Bringing us back into the moment. The evening was beginning to come to a close, but before everyone went off to bed, Frognand had one more letter to send out. A redraft of his previously burnt note. And received something that felt heartfelt in response, though delivered through Nesta.
Say it again.
I love you, Frognand.
You sound just like him.
Thanks.
Well, I'm up in the tree dealing with my emotions.
Feelings.
I'm thinking I'm very confused and lonely because everybody else seems to have a dad, even though most of them are not great. And I don't.
I love my dad.
Nor do I really. Yeah. So I'm thinking a lot about, like, what the fuck happened to me. And then I notice one of my favorite things in the world, the lizard, crawling up on the branch. And I'm kind of desperate for friendship. And so I'm like, hello there, little lizard. And he comes up and he crawls up onto my arm.
Just play D&D by herself.
And then what happens?
I'm gonna take
Unknowingly.
this away now.
Because we're boyfriend-girlfriend.
Unknowingly, I have cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And
Oh.
and this lizard is now becoming my familiar. But I don't really know any of this yet. All I know is that I was really lonely, and that manifested into this lizard.
It's a sadness lizard.
It's a sadness
It's
lizard.
the lonely lizard.
It's my lonely lizard. And he's just going to crawl up and sit on my shoulder while I cry.
Wait.
Wow.
I wasn't ready for this. We just came back from a break.
But it's a healing cry. Now that I have
Okay.
my lizard.
It absorbs her tears. It grows and grows.
It begins to drink the tears.
God.
Yes. Feed me, mother.
Feed me.
Feed me, small.
It's just sitting there licking the tears off your cheek.
No.
No, it's really
Scrumptious.
niche, but like, you know in Coco when
It's really niche.
Frida Kahlo's climb the cactus and drink the tears.
Oh. And they're all me.
Got him.
Wow, that was a roller coaster of 4 minutes. Not even.
And then what happens, Lauren?
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna take a seat.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, you cast Find Familiar. You connect yourself magically through to this lonely lizard friend.
Describe him for
What
me.
does it look like?
Yodelay.
I haven't named him yet.
Okay.
Renwin hasn't named him yet, so
Richard.
we don't know. That's a good name, but no.
Dick.
He is. He kind of.
Richard.
I can't remember what they're called. Well,
Lizards.
never mind. That's gonna happen later. He kind of looks like one of the like horned lizards with the neck.
Bearded dragon?
Bearded dragon.
Love it.
Yeah, he looks like a bearded
A
dragon.
yellow spotted lizard?
He is not yellow spotted. He is like a really he kind
Dig
of
it up.
mimics the colors that I have. So he's like kind of a deep green with like maybe some purple spots. But not like that kind of colors. It's like a
Paul's God.
it's like this green.
Want to know how I got these scars? Emotionally.
This lizard is an emerald strixelmane.
That's what it is.
Oh,
An emerald strixelmane.
Is that a real thing?
Pulled
or a
that right out,
D&D
didn't
thing?
you? You
I
googled it.
put letters together and they made a word.
Oh.
An emerald
It's a
strixelmane.
It's a Dominic thing. Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
I listened to her description and went with it.
I love
It's really good.
Especially
See?
when there are dragons in the world. Bearded dragons don't usually get given to a lizard. So it has a different name
Okay.
in terms of like the species.
They wouldn't call it a dragon because
Yeah,
there's
'cause
actual
dragons
giant,
are real.
horrifying dragons.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Kind of resembles a dragon's beard.
Be doing little push-ups on your shoulder.
Not yet, no. He's just kind of curled up. And can I say that he has like a pretty long tail? So if he's,
This is your familiar. You get
Okay.
to go with it.
so like if his head was like right here, his like body, like his feet would probably be like right behind my neck and his tail goes like all the way down to like about my elbow.
Okay.
So he's got like a really long tail and he can like make it into different shapes and stuff if I think about it.
Sure.
So like if I'm sad, he could like turn his like little tail to a heart.
That works for me.
And his name is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. Aw.
Alright.
The bull
I
lizard.
think you can add that into your
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
under extras.
Rangwin! Dinner on your shoulder! Quick, grab it!
Wait, I snuck away.
Yeah,
Can
she
you see
snuck
me?
away. She got
She's
a
a-
really
she's a
high
tree.
stealth.
I'm
You
gonna
have
say
no
that in like an hour.
It was really good.
Thanks.
Do I just put it in other?
Big
Or
yikes.
Big yikes.
Oh,
just
quick,
put
get
in
it,
other
eat it.
or-
Sting it.
There can only be one.
Then you can add creatures.
They both sound the same too. Yes,
Play
master.
with that as you choose.
This one can't talk.
Yet.
An evening is had. Unless anyone wanted to do anything else, we will move on to the next day of next 2 days of travel. Who would like to roll?
I'll roll.
Roll in.
Rolling. 14.
There was a reaction.
About
There's a way to
halfway through the first day, there's a bit of a break in the canopy of this forest. And you notice, way off in the distance, clouds rolling in. dark. A storm is on the way.
I would probably tell everybody that the storm is coming and offer up to cast my tiny hut for safety.
Okay. By the evening of this first day, rain begins to start to come down heavily, and the wind is blowing through.
I imagine we walked until it was raining, though, right?
Sounds about right.
It's up to you.
I would say we
I'd say
would
that
do
sounds good, yeah.
Starts drizzling, we throw it up.
Kind of off the path, though, I would think. Like, not quite.
I mean, you're kind of forging ahead. There isn't really a path laid out for you all.
Okay.
This isn't a well-trodden, commonly walked through area. You guys are carving your own path between these two, who knows where north is and knows where west is. You guys, it's pretty easy to maintain your path. You also knowing Limitza is heavily in the eastern direction. So you don't worry about getting lost. As the second day rolls through, lightning and thunder begins to erupt in this space. The wind is blowing heavily. Rain is soaking you to the bone. Yes?
Can I roll and see if this is natural?
Sure. Go ahead and roll nature check.
Is this water natural? Seems questionable to me.
Thanks, Tantor.
15.
15. Something seems odd about this. You're in the height of summer. It's not unusual for a storm necessarily to come through, but something about this one, after the weather you've been having, seems odd.
We're in like a forest, kind of?
Yeah, heavily forest area. It's not so thick that light can't penetrate. You guys are on the edge of the Farragos forest, and you're moving away from the bulk of trees. Normally, you'd be walking through. There'd be bits of life dappling through, but with this cloud cover, it's tough to see for those who don't have dark vision.
Gotcha. As we're trying to progress through, I guess I'll turn to Nesta and do you always get spontaneous storms like this in this area?
Do I?
Do I?
Go ahead and roll.
I also went.
You can roll a
really
history,
into it
nature,
there.
or survival.
Transformation is complete.
Nesta
powers.
Nesta is Austin Powers.
Oh, I was like, oh shit.
17.
17? Not around this time of year, no.
Not normally, no.
Yes, this. It's like putting my shield up.
Some of these trees are angled. There is so much wind flying through this space.
This does not seem normal.
Kylas skips by with a grin, kind of catching the wind, and his cheeks are sparking where the lightning marks are.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Somebody's having a good time.
Hey, Kylas, would you know anything about this?
I don't know, I love storms.
Clearly, but this is not a natural storm.
That is weird. It seems like you're made for this weather.
A massive bolt of lightning streaks across the sky. An unusually large bolt of lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Perhaps we should find some good cover. I just have an uneasy feeling about this.
Maybe we should hunker down in your hut.
What
a little
direction
early?
is the wind blowing?
It is coming from the east, blowing towards the west.
Really? This is a big deal. Okay.
All right.
If things can create an unnatural storm, that
I mean, how do you know this is really unnatural?
Is the thing that mostly happens up here?
She said no.
Is there any magical aura by the time it gets down to us?
Like the rain itself?
Yeah, is anything that I would be able to detect with my detect magic?
I'm going to ask for a check that comes with this.
Sure.
Just because it's it's technically pushing the boundary of what the spell can do, just because of the scenario. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
No. Natural one.
Oh, yeah, no, it's hard. You're noticing faint traces of magic across the rain itself, but you're not able to determine any schools.
Okay. It's definitely not normal water.
Normal water.
All right.
It's the midst of summer. Storms just don't pop up like this.
We should probably hunker down.
All right.
It's really that weird.
I don't have a frame of reference here, so I don't know what's going on.
I would just say keep your wits about you as we make camp. Something could be causing this.
I kind of lean over to Frognand. My wits are always about me.
Yeah, I know. You're smart.
In that moment, a bolt of lightning strikes down towards all of you. I need dexterity saving throws.
Yay! Oh gosh,
that is
that's
gone.
gone.
And it's gone.
I do about that.
There you go. I got it.
Thank you.
13.
Fuck! 13? 4.
It was on the 19.
18.
18, that succeeds.
19.
19 succeeds.
20.
Succeeds.
6.
Fail. You threw. Oh, I got a roll for everybody else. Okay.
What was the DC?
DC was 18.
Ooh, shit. Dark.
Mm-hmm.
He's blind.
Yeah, he has disadvantage on this.
Should I roll for Oz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just really quickly, since Ferdinand actually sounds kind of like Frognand, I'm changing my wizard's name.
Okay.
Birdie.
His name is Jean Ralphio.
Is he
The worst! We'll see.
If people at home can't see his
There's
Show
for
them,
sure.
Daniel.
Where are you, Dark? There you are.
I call him Junior.
I call him J-Raff.
All right.
Junior.
Cable's gonna make his.
JR.
Oh yeah, Cable.
Yeah, I got Cable, Vicky, and Dark.
They're all
15 other NPCs that we.
Ooh, that's a natural 2. That's a failure.
On who?
Vicky definitely succeeds, and then Dark definitely succeeds. With a
Yay!
natural
I
18.
helped him.
Cable's the only one who fails out of that, so you 3 fail, Cable fails,
Oz failed.
and Oz fails. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Oh, come on.
Okay. To the individuals who failed, 17 points of lightning damage.
Oh my!
Oz
To
is
those
gone.
of you who succeed, half that.
8.
Pretty sure I'm immune to lightning damage. I catch it with my great axe and channel it all in.
Sure it's not necrotic?
Nope.
Oh.
Positive.
So that was 8 damage for us?
If you succeeded, yes.
If you succeeded, yes.
Oz is gone.
Vaporized.
Whoa. Did that stop her from finishing casting her hut?
It's a good thing. Had you cast it already? Yeah. So it does disrupt it essentially.
Okay, some weirdness.
It's a good thing Dark saved. He only has 15 HP.
Oz gets vaporized.
Oh
Gus
wait,
like,
Dark had disadvantage.
you might be right about the storm.
Natural 20.
Yay!
An 18 and a 20. Yeah. Even he still has his reflexes in there, and he feels you dodge to the side and is like, "I'm a follow."
Okay.
Well,
Ow!
Does anything
ringing.
appear from the lightning bolt, or was it just a bolt that just?
Roll a perception check. I will impose disadvantage, not necessarily due to darkness, but the amount of rain is heavily obscuring a lot of the space.
Getcha.
All right, the thing I said about 10 seconds ago about this not being a big deal, yeah, you should cast that thing.
Okay. I'll cast the hut now.
takes
Not
a minute.
entirely
right?
for it, but
All right, we just gotta protect her for about a minute.
12. Looking on the point of
Shield up
striking,
above her.
there's nothing present or there. There's scorch marks across the ground. There's like a bit of flame that kicks up, but the water quickly washes that away.
Okay. I'm just still gonna try and stay alert and
Sure.
While Nessa's, I'm gonna have my shield above her head,
Okay.
block the rain that she's casting us.
And I'll cast non-detection on her to
Okay.
hopefully avoid.
Minute goes by. The space of stars appear around her. Protection is offered, and everyone crams in. It will slow down this second day of travel, so we'll tack on an extra day if you choose to not travel through all of this. But you're keeping yourself safe from a very troubling storm.
Yeah, they got their world rocked just now. I don't know if we want to go on
Yeah.
that.
I'll get in, but I'm still looking around to see if I can spot anything.
It's still technically translucent. You can see beyond it.
Yeah.
Anything?
No, nothing I can see, but
Let's roll another one. It's still at disadvantage.
Can I take a peek too?
Sure. Yeah.
Disadvantage as well?
Yeah.
It sounded like you said, "Can I take
It's
a
not the
peek?"
darkness that's causing
Can
the
I
problems.
take a peek in the sun? Okay.
Is there a bath? What is the bathroom situation in the hut?
Yeah.
We
that's a-
prestidigitate it away.
Just dig a hole.
Everyone look away.
I'm gonna press digitate as it comes out of you.
I said look away.
it's so weird.
It's just you're like it's going in a little.
Okay.
Pee pee.
What you got over there?
We're too mature for these jokes.
Hi.
I rolled a 3.
Good job. I rolled a 4. And I got a total of 8.
What do
You guys
think
both start looking around and then come face to face to each other.
Sunshine. Jesus.
Does anyone need healing?
Yes, please.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
I could use a little.
I mean, if you're just throwing it out there.
I mean, if we're hanging here for a bit, I'll heal up pretty naturally.
Maybe we should just rest.
Yeah, at the very least, we'll be here an hour.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Short rest.
Sure. You can take a short
Use
rest
a
in here.
few hit die.
Yeah. Whoever wants to use some hit die and heal,
It
you're
will
more than welcome to.
recast Hex and then
Sure.
short rest.
How does that work again?
So- Click short rest.
Yeah.
At the top of your thing, and
I
then
did.
it'll tell you.
How many attack do you use?
As many as you want.
Yeah, as many as you have. But then
On
you-
average, I
you
recommend
burn
rolling them one at a time so you kind of see the progression of what you're gaining. Because if you roll them all at once and you roll above your HP, it's a bit of a waste of some hit die.
Take the risk.
Or you can take the risk.
I'm using 2.
Ooh.
So if you want, if you just
I rolled
tap
an 8.
the or go back to that.
Cool.
If you did like 1 and then just tap that, it'll roll it and then add it automatically.
Oh, very cool.
I got him.
Exactly what I rolled.
Yeah, and then you just have to take a short rest. and
Oh,
then
I can
confirm
see
it.
all you
Guys spend some time waiting here.
I think so.
Nice. Yeah, until the storm passes.
It continues for quite some time. But eventually, after about 2.5 hours or so, the lightning begins to dissipate. The rain remains, but it seems like a majority of the danger has passed.
Yeah, once the lightning stops, should we try to press on and at least regain some ground?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Full speed ahead. Cast Long Strider on myself.
Zip it along.
Burn all the spells.
Okay.
Good
What
thing
if
we're
you
not-
cast Longstrider on yourself and then jumped on Wolfgang's shoulders?
What would that
That-
do?
Exactly, nothing.
Burn a spell slot.
I was like, do I get the effects?
Nope. I'm just keeping up a little extra.
Oh. Oh.
No.
I was
Keegan,
thinking
Keegan
Hold on.
As the
We're back.
lightning begins to change
We're
color.
We're back in the glow land.
Yeah, so you're like
Like
partying too
that.
hard, Lauren.
I'm too old
Hold
for
up.
party.
Hold up.
Oh my god. We're so chaotic today.
Keegan.
I thought I could
Fine,
make it
fine,
just
we're-
like crackle.
Keegan.
Okay, cool.
You don't get to play with the toys anymore.
You're grounded.
Stop it. Evening approaches. Next days of travel are ahead of you. 2 more to go.
Let's book it. I wanna
So
get to the
one
town.
final
Do
roll.
it.
Do it.
Rain,
17.
rain and clouds
Nice.
still hovering above
17
you.
on episode 17.
Is that what
That's
episode
like
we're
the
on?
third
Yeah.
time we've rolled.
I know.
It is, which means it has changed to something new.
What has?
The result for 17.
What do we got, Paps?
As you were all traveling about, you two would hear it first.
Oh my god.
A long, loud fart.
As you look up, you see a very large metallic airship flying through the sky.
Oh.
And it is trying to fight the winds and the rain inside the space. It's pretty hard to make out. It's very high up, but it's out there.
As we're walking, I'm just kind of... Is that what I...
An airship.
Metallic in design, it's definitely from Tonkton.
Do you get airships that come in and out of Lemensa?
Yeah, there's an airport in Lemensa. A skyport, I guess. Yeah, it's a little too real for this game.
Can we make out what, like, does it have any distinguishing colors, maybe, like...
Roll a perception check at disadvantage. It's still raining, it's still windy, and it's high up
Oh, I got
there.
a nat 20.
Roll again.
Hey,
I'll
that's
roll as
good,
well.
that's good.
Another nat
Let's
20.
roll high again.
Is that perception?
Mm-hmm.
15?
15. Six, yeah. A little hard to tell for you. As you two are looking up, there's just like a branch that hits you in the face, Professor. You kind of,
I think that's a...
for you kind of see past a bit of it. It's still hard to make out any discernible markings, but you do see designed onto the side a name called the Snowbreaker.
Is that familiar?
Not really, no.
Do you say this out loud?
I would, yeah.
Do I know that name?
Yes.
You were on an airship.
I'll do too.
You are both familiar with the name of this ship.
I got it up and running.
This belongs to Captain Avery.
Did you say Snowbreaker?
Yes.
Isn't that your friend's ship?
I believe it is.
You know this person?
Yeah, it's who gave me the shield, actually.
Dark and I ran
It's
into...
flying fast.
Do you want me to flag it down?
Sure, yeah.
I'll cast light. And... Can I... I'll... On the treetops, I guess. I'll cast it.
Okay.
Do I have to touch it?
If you cast it on a rock, I could throw it up.
Sure.
All right.
That's kind of like a flare gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll unfortunately I don't have catapult today. But I do have do you have to no, you don't have to. So I would love to attempt, I know they're technically two separate actions, but I'd love to try to mage hand a little pebble up and then enlarge it when it's in the air.
Or
Could you use mage hand?
I could just hug it.
You're probably stronger like that.
Could you hold it up with your mage hand?
Up to 30 feet, but that's not super high.
I'm pretty sure I
Maybe
can
reaches
throw
the
it
treetops.
farther than
It
that.
would. Oak trees aren't terribly tall, especially this far side edge of the forest. Yeah, most of these trees are nearing maybe 12, 15 feet up.
Can we?
Airship would
Can I
fit
try and tag team something off of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want you to throw it. I'm gonna teleport up and meet it, and then give it a boost.
This is a really cool idea. And I
Bro, I'll enlarge
Do I need a-
right before it gets out of range.
a roll for this?
Yeah, roll an athletics check. Because you're not just going for basic distance. You're trying to throw this as far as you can.
Hit the ship with it.
We
goal.
invented baseball.
Actually, on that note, yeah, I'm
is-
gonna take the lance axe, switch it to a great axe, and I'm gonna bat the thing up.
Okay.
22.
22. How far can you teleport?
30 feet.
30 feet. You can throw a lot farther than 30 feet.
So, yeah.
Especially with a 22 athletics check. You would be aware of this. As you're seeing it go, you're like,
Oh.
ooh. I'm probably not going to be able to hit that.
Okay.
It's going pretty far.
How far do I throw it?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, man.
Oh, my.
11.
With 22, near 100 feet or so.
Does it get? How close does it get to the ship?
It's hard to tell perspective. at this point with rain and
Why don't you
wind
just message?
blocking it. But as
She
you
doesn't know what
notice
it
it
looks
flying, you
Oh.
doesn't get much bigger. It simply doubles in its own size. But a beam of light shines forward. I'm going to see if we notice it.
Yes.
With a natural 17, yeah.
All right.
You see it flying. And it begins to curve and arc to the left. And
Oh, I think it worked.
and the
Give me,
stone
give me another one.
hits the ground.
What hits the ground?
The stone that was thrown. It doesn't keep going into space.
I'm gonna
Very strong.
It keeps going. It's
Can I
in
try and
orbit
climb
now.
up to the top of a tree.
Sure, make an athletics check.
I'd like to
With the
go
amount
on
of
top
wind
of
and
a
rain,
tree
it's
too.
a slippery terrain.
That is 23.
23, that's enough, definitely.
Never mind.
I'm gonna get up to the top and I'll take my shield out and I'm gonna try and like, if any of this light is coming through, try and like reflect off of it or like just like wave.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
wave
yeah,
around
there
with
isn't
it.
really a lot of. It's overcast in this space. You're still technically within the storm. There's just not a ton of lightning
Okay.
going around right now, so there's not a ton of light at this moment.
Are they within 120 feet of us now?
Little hard to gauge. They're pretty high up, but they're spinning back around. They seem to have noticed, and they're starting to descend downward.
Okay.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Huck it in
Yeah.
again.
For sake of time, yes, they're
Okay.
noticing you. They're on their way.
Right.
Thunder engine ships don't have gentle landing systems. So their landing gear begins to come out and they hit the ground and start tearing up a lot of this forest, just decimating trees before coming to a stop, maybe 300 feet off away from you all.
I cannot tell if he crashed or landed, because that's basically what happened when I was on the ship. So I'm
In all
hoping.
this commotion, I want to sneak away.
Stealth check.
20. Not a natural 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Yeah. You're ducked behind some trees.
Wolfgang's gonna jog towards the ship.
I'll head over there with you.
I'm coming.
Some individuals come out. Lanterns and lights begin to light up. Arcane based. And a familiar individual stepping out. Bit more of a bushy beard this time around than last time you saw him.
Me too.
But standing there before you is Captain Avery. And he's just, y'all need help?
Avery,
Well, I'll be a son of a gun.
good to see you.
Wolfgang.
We do the typical man.
Yeah, essentially a rope ladder is dropped down. He slides down, stands before you. Yeah, for all of you who are seeing him for the first time, you see a human man, probably early 40s. Beat up leathers worn across his body. He has a weapon you have seen before in Voxstrom, essentially a pistol, off to his side. Though it is a little more refined, far more elegant than the crude design of Voxstrom. Big old bushy brown beard with flecks of gray starting to pop into it. And wearing a bit of a wide-brimmed hat. Though he's kind of like keeping it down right now. The hell are you doing out here?
It would take
Never
long.
mind, get on the ship. It's
Yeah.
fucking cold and wet.
Everybody, get on. I know this man. He's good.
I know, but this is a crashed ship now, isn't it? This is how it was when I saw it.
You and me both, kid. He seems to know what's going on. Let's get on.
Engine's fixed. We're good to go, little boy.
It's still
I
better
cast
than.
minor illusion to hide.
It'll at least.
I remember him doing that with the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
I would like to, if possible, while they're doing their man-hand thing, manhandling, to have, like, climbed up the ladder and snuck on without anyone seeing.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Does it have to be athletics? Can it be
Yeah.
acrobatics? If
Could it just be spider
I'm
climb?
doing. I'm like on a tree and I'm flipping into it. I'm being acrobatic about it.
Pretty
That'd
good.
make it harder.
Sure. Yeah, the DC's higher, but you can use acrobatics.
That's fine because I have a -1 to athletics and a +7 to acrobatics, so I'm gonna take the risk. Wow. Okay, so that's an 11.
You're just like, yeah, I got this. You go to do the flip, and your foot slips off the side, and you boom, you throw it right into the edge of the ship, falling, hitting the ground. You're gonna take a little bit of damage for that.
That was not that bad.
That wasn't not that bad. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Right around us.
Oh yeah, that destroys her stealth.
No, they didn't see
Kinda.
anything.
Right, well, that tracks.
Well, this is Rengwin.
Pleasure.
Wolfie, where's he going?
Do you need medical assistance?
Let's worry about that when we're on the ship.
We have a very specific destination. All right.
Are you going to Laminsa?
I feel like
We
the
were,
wind's
yeah.
not down. I mean,
Okay.
someone might have to pick me up.
We're going
I'm
to.
gonna grab you by the arm. and come on.
You don't have a choice at this rate. Come on.
Well, they're heading to the same place, and this gives us a break from the poor weather.
And the walking.
I definitely am alright with that. I hate walking.
But you love heights now?
You've made that
I do
abundantly
love heights
clear.
now.
Everybody on board.
I would pull Wolfgang aside, maybe as people are loading up, and
Yeah.
say something about about the whole trusting people thing we're trying out.
I know him, though.
You're sure he's trustworthy?
As sure as I can be in a situation like this. He was a good man when I interacted with him before. Gave me this as a gift. By all intents, by all accounts, he seems on the up and up.
Okay. All right. You trust him.
I did.
All
Until you
right.
said that.
Yeah, kind of making me question some things, but
Sorry.
I mean,
I was gonna hold a knife to his throat, but then I fell out of a tree.
your your concern is pretty well founded. So maybe let's be careful.
Maybe not be so forthcoming about.
What's going on? Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I'll get on.
All aboard.
The ship starts to levitate ever so slightly, rotating around. Getting a speed up running start and goes off the cliff and begins to nosedive downward. Yeah. For anyone who's on for anyone who's on the front of this this ship, you feel no wind. Any velocity or force coming through this space is completely neutral. It's as if it's stagnant air within the area. Any rain or water coming through seems to hit this field of energy. But you can breathe, it smells like fresh air, but you have a certain level of buffering protection from the elements, even while aboard this deck.
Kyle says Titanicing at the very front.
Eventually,
I telekinetic shove him off.
Damn it.
I don't.
it takes off. This thing is moving fast. Faster than anything any of you have ever been on.
Faster than the dragon?
Yeah. For context, it's not going to sound fast, but it is. 35 miles an hour.
Dragons can't fly that fast?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Let's do some math. All right, for the next half hour, we're going to calculate what a 60-foot
In order
movement
for it
speed
to
is.
translate into the game mechanics, they technically don't fly that fast.
Damn.
Dragons are
Slow ass dragons.
Mhm.
I would like to look for the other guy that Avery was with,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. I'd like to look for Jeffrey.
Sure. Yeah, he's easy enough to find. He's down in the engine room.
All right, I'm gonna go down into the engine room and find Jeffrey.
As you go down there, you are immediately hit with the smell of petrichor, which is that scent of rain hitting asphalt, the early rain smell that comes through. Yeah,
So good.
and
That's what Kyle
he's
smells like.
tightening. Yeah, he's tightening a valve, and this steam, what appears to be steam, but it's darker in coloration, pops off. He's like, "Wow, god damn it!" Tightening it down, it valves and levers go back to a neutral state. He's like, "We gotta figure out how to do this without crash landing." Well, hey,
Hello,
Cassie?
Rangwin.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Is it?
Is it?
So you fixed your ship?
Eventually, yeah. We had a rescue party show up for us.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, this is more hostile than I expected.
Well, I'm just curious. A rescue party came for you, and a fucking dead owlbear came for me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You didn't notice that Dark and I just disappeared?
I mean, we noticed when you didn't come back from your meditation, but we didn't know what happened, y'all.
No, when you didn't tell anybody we were out there?
No. I mean, no one except for the people of our crew. It was a small group.
Well, we are kidnapped, Jeffrey.
I didn't do the kidnapping. Do you think I can kidnap?
No, probably not.
Did he just jiggle his own arms?
Yeah.
Episode title. We got kidnapped, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey!
Oh, quick point of touch, though. Hylas, as you're standing at the front of the ship.
You motherfucker. You.
Saw that fucking coming.
Uh-oh.
It seems that a dispel magic could dissipate the effects for a time, but not fully remove the curse.
No.
I saw that fucking coming.
Did I make a save?
Yes.
Also, before we totally move on,
Something I trust
a
the
dragon
dice.
can move 80 feet per 6 seconds while flying. If they dash, it's 160 feet, which comes out to just over 18 miles per hour.
Yes.
Slow ass fucking dragons. I could basically outrun one.
Yeah, for short periods of time.
You can
if
run
you're a
20
good
miles an hour?
sprinter.
On a good day.
I do have a certain something.
I'd like to see that.
No.
I'm sure you would.
Daniel's like, oh,
You gonna insight check me?
7.
7. You freeze
Let's
up.
find a
You
treadmill.
fall
Let's
backwards
go.
and you sit down. You're not going to fall off of this thing by any means, but you hit the ground and just it all hits back in.
Can we see this happening to him?
Anyone who's above deck, yeah, would have seen that.
Is Avery above deck?
Avery is technically, yeah, he's up near the
I'm
helms.
probably hanging with him chatting about.
Yeah. As you guys are taking off, we'll come back to this moment though.
Oh, right now? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I remembered.
You didn't have to.
I'm
You
keeping
didn't
track of a
have
lot of
to.
things, and that's an important detail.
Well, if you say you had nothing to do with it, then I believe you.
Ringwin, I don't want to put it out there like.
My friends told me I shouldn't trust anyone, but I gotta trust you, Jeffrey.
Well,
If I can't trust you, Jeffrey, who can I trust?
You're really like saying my name. Wow, that was a
So-
whirlwind.
Tell me, Jeffrey, how did you fix this shit?
Well, I'll tell you, Rangwin. Come with me. And he's going to walk you through essentially
Okay.
the process that happened. They essentially had to swap out into a new Thunder engine. The one that they had originally was too busted that they were not sure if they were going to be able to repair it without it exploding.
So what'd you do with it?
Oh, we exploded it. But outside the ship. We took it off into the woods, busted it, collected all the pieces, so then, people can't pick up that stuff and just start recreating Thunder engines.
Can they do that if they just grabbed all the stuff?
I mean, if they're smart enough, sure.
Could you do that?
I don't really know the arcane side of it. I know the basic mechanical maintenance of things. We start getting into cracked runes and glyphs, I'm shit out of luck. We need the arcane for that.
Got it. So you had to ditch the old one and get a new one.
Pretty much.
Was that easy to come by for you guys?
Well, they brought one, just in case.
Who brought one?
Our rescue team.
Oh,
Someone from Tonkton.
Tongton, huh?
Yeah.
Cool, Jeffrey, cool.
Cool, right?
You can go talk to other people now.
You can go.
I'm hanging
above-
out with Jeffrey.
Riding above deck, Avery finds himself at the helm with you nearby. His hat no longer threatening to fall off. He's just sailing forward, looks to you and just, how the hell did you come to find yourself in the Farragost Forest? And who the hell are these chuckle fucks?
Well, these are my friends. You remember Frognand? Yeah, I know. Friends.
Little bunny?
Yeah. We met under somewhat auspicious circumstances. That's the word I'm going to use.
Well, last time I saw you, we all got attacked.
We sure did.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Well, I got knocked the hell unconscious.
And just left there?
Well, Piers Jeffrey dragged me to safety. They were too busy focused on you two. Not entirely certain why, but we weren't about to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Where's this Jeffrey?
He's below deck. He's our engine maintenance.
I'm gonna.
So,
Right.
yeah, we had a little, let's call it a dust up, when they took us wherever they took us, and honestly, it's just been one shit show after the other since then, until I guess about a week ago, and that leads us here,
All right.
heading to Laminsa.
Well, where did you find yourself when you woke up?
We were. Where am I going to say we were?
Ooh, think fast, buddy boy.
We were essentially taken prisoner by these people. I'm not really sure what they wanted or why we were there.
They had some weird fucking magic.
They
That's
did
for
have
sure.
some weird magic. But through some clever convincing and luck and a little bit of force of will, we were able to, get away, and we eventually met up with our new friends, and
You seem
yada yada yada.
You
We're here
seem the
now.
tougher for it. Well,
It's a good group.
I fancy in passengers, so I'll ferry you guys to Laminsa, free charge.
You sure?
Consider it a rescue operation.
You're a hell of a guy.
Oh, I saw a flare.
Something to that effect.
And I'm not about to add insult to injury. Dire straits, I'm not about to charge you to get at them.
Well, that's appreciative. I have a bunch of elk meat. Love to feed your crew tonight.
Sure. We'll gladly take it over our rations.
Fantastic.
Our chef's not exactly top notch.
How about I go give him a hand? Frognand, come on. You're gonna help me prepare this.
Okay.
Little rabbit.
That was what he called me. Long story.
He's like a snow bunny.
He is like a snow bunny.
Yep.
I don't really know you that well. Sail on! And you guys get to hitch a ride atop an airship.
Hell yeah.
The Snowbreaker.
That 17 ruled.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, you guys don't get to see the stairs.
Aw.
I designed all sorts of challenges and encounters for that space.
Hell yeah, for a 17.
I passed them all.
Yeah.
Classic us.
That was the only way to do it too, was the 17. It was, the Snowbreaker flies overhead.
After I do fall backwards, he'll kind of like stumble back to his feet and teleport like to the mast at the center.
Interesting note, there's no mast.
Okay.
This airship isn't a classically designed fantasy airship. It's not based off of an actual sailing ship. It's actually far more inclined towards that of like a steamboat.
Gross.
In terms of its design. It essentially has rain clouds coming out of the back of an exhaust. Yeah, but it has two stairways that go up into the upper deck area, not to heaven. A main deck and then two lower levels. The very lower base area is cargo hold. You would be aware that this model of airship is referred to as a Pelican.
I sure am.
After he teleports, the shadow will kind of fade from his eyes, will be blacked over. The fear will kind of fade, and he'll walk and try and find a door to get anywhere off the top deck.
Sure, yeah. The easiest way off deck, go below.
Okay.
So you go into kind of the main central area right in between the doorways, opening through.
Do I catch him?
Yeah, you're above
being
deck.
Scared? I would probably go check on him.
It's not scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dissociating.
Uh-huh.
He's just gone. He's not here.
I got pulled underneath. Sorry.
Actually, everyone's heading below deck at this rate.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Yeah.
Too.
You follow behind.
Let's say I asked Captain Avery how long it was going to take us to get to Leninsa.
30 miles per hour.
35.
Or 35.
Better than our
135
3 miles per hour.
3.5.
11
Got
times
long
worse.
legs.
Give or take.
About 320 feet per second.
Maybe about 3 days.
That's so long.
It was originally going to be 2 weeks.
Wow.
Roughly.
I almost wish we wouldn't have caught this ship, then I could have gotten my powers back before we got there.
Bit of a trade-off.
I'll take it.
So just for clarity's sake, we're heading below deck
To the mess hall.
to the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
Beforehand, did I see Kylus fall?
Yeah, it wasn't hidden,
Okay.
and you were above deck when it happened.
Kylus, just ask Nesta for help. And then I'll walk down.
He's disassociated and
Yeah.
walks down the steps.
Yeah. You head even further down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Help with what? I'm helpful.
Help!
I help.
We'll follow this scene as you come in. You're heading down. There's one more section downwards that heads into cargo.
Okay.
What can I do, buddy?
There's the guns.
I'm here for you.
She's lethal.
Lethally awesome.
We figure something out really quick.
Anything you need.
Here come the rolls.
He doesn't answer you. He kind of just keeps walking. You start to see like the markings on his face start to get like brighter and brighter. And then you hear a very loud boom, and he vanishes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anything nearby.
So is that me?
How close were you?
I was trailing him. Okay.
Con
What
save
do I take?
or dex?
How
Con
is
save.
Mouthling?
Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Understood.
Dirty 20.
Half damage. Objects in this space don't get to make a saving throw. They get destroyed. Crates and barrels just get shattered across to the side.
29.
What was going to be 29 points of thunder damage to you is cut in half
Holy shit.
to 14.
Would I hear
we
this
did
where I
almost do
am?
before.
Yeah.
I think we would all hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Within this space, it echoes in this area. And Jeffrey's immediately like, looks to the engine. He's like, baby, are we okay?
I'm gonna
Where
run up
was
to
that?
find what it was.
Okay, I'm staying here.
I was on my way to the engine, but if I heard that, I'm gonna keep going down. I'm
Yeah.
assuming I kind
Is
of like
Nesta,
saw
like, on the ground?
Nesta.
It probably knocked me off my feet.
You probably rolled backwards.
You
You're an
saved, so you
action
wouldn't be
hero.
knocked
Yeah.
prone.
Yeah.
I'll run up. Can I get to Nesta first?
Sure.
He's at the farthest point he could see from there. On the
Yeah,
ship.
it's not terribly far forward, but you're at the point. There's essentially a seam down this central area where it would open up to drop off cargo,
Okay.
but it's currently sealed shut.
I'm gonna run over to Nesta and cradle her, head in my arms.
I didn't fall down.
She is staying there. She's a badass. She succeeded on the saving throw.
You knock her over and then cradle her.
Shut her.
I'm just gonna come up to her and be like, "Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?"
I'm okay.
I'll get there and what happened? What was that?
Kylus went boom.
What? What?
I think he's dead.
You see him. He disappeared for a moment. You got like hit with white light, and then as things are coming through, he's at the point of this ship, and
dead.
central around his feet and roiling upwards is Shadow.
I'm gonna
Oh, never mind. He's
push between those two, and I'm gonna take the lance out and
Is that what dead looks like?
Kylus.
After a moment, it begins to.
I'm fine. I'm just a wee bit frustrated. 'Cause I thought Mr. Nand fixed this problem.
I'm gonna storm over to him with like my dagger out and be like, "You must have killed our friend, Kylus."
I didn't mean to. Alright.
You also, looking around, it seems like shredded half of the cargo of the ship that just picked us up for free!
Is this how you have a hissy fit? Because, nuh-uh.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. No harm done, really.
Lots of harm done, Nesta.
What? Let me help you. What is going on?
Shenanigans, if you will.
Oh,
not
I'm
there.
gone.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, never mind.
We're helping make
okay.
dinner.
What is this thing that Frognand's helping you with?
Oh, he thought he fixed it. It went away for a wee bit. It's a curse. My fear of heights is a curse. And I thought it was gone. Happy to hop on a ship, but now this dream is quickly becoming a nightmare.
Kylus! I can fucking remove curses.
Yes, just...
Yeah, maybe if you ask for help once in a while.
No, I
Put my
understand. I'm
dagger
sorry.
away.
Would you let me help you?
Yes,
All right.
if you will.
I will cast remove curse.
You would be aware of this because curses in my world function a little bit differently. A remove curse spell must be cast when the curse is active. The curse must be actively affecting the target. The example that is often given to you at the temple is a raging lycanthrope. Must be losing control of their form and lashing out. And then a remove curse must be cast.
Okay. So I would say maybe then...
They need to be at the peak moment of their curse to get rid of it.
All right. The next time you feel this coming on, you let me know.
Well,
Why don't we just put him at the edge right now?
I don't want
Wish I was there.
Roll an intelligence check real quick.
Just straight up intelligence.
Thank you. That's 21.
Fear of heights at its peak would be falling.
Can I push him?
I mean, he's inside a space. There's no pushing. You can push him.
Jump off a ship
Falling
with me?
as in hundreds of feet down.
I might mention that to you.
You say it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to be rid of this? Let's go up.
Right. So,
You can teleport, right?
what's the range on that remove curse of yours?
Touch.
Right, you want to jump off a ship with me?
I could. I have wings on occasion.
Oh. I didn't think about that.
We don't have to solve it right this second, but just so you know, this is something I'm willing to help you with.
Alright. I was trying to avoid becoming your project.
You're not my project.
He was trying to avoid getting help from a woman.
No, that's not that at all.
I know the way you talk about them.
Excuse me?
He's just being stubborn and aloof because he doesn't want us to know anything about him.
Yeah, which is really annoying, Kylus, because we've all talked to each other about ourselves.
I didn't want to become one of these clerics' projects, leading people out of darkness and whatnot.
There's a big difference between being led out of darkness and having something that you want cured. You can have your curse gone and then be done with it. I'm not a raging devotion of Lunaris just because I've been hanging around Nesta for 5 minutes.
Nesta's never asked us for anything in return. Not our devotion, not our anything. Not even money when she cures us or helps us.
And I suppose if I get her help, that's between her and I, isn't it?
Look, the office stands. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything.
Right. Well, I'll think about it.
And I'll go in to like give you like a little fist bump.
Fist bumper, you asshole.
And then
He hates
I'll change it to
women.
a high five, maybe,
Why?
or a handshake, and then no, I'll walk away.
So rude.
Whatever direction she walks, he'll kind of walk the other way.
Can I look around and see what, like, barrels and crates, what they had in them and what
Sure.
was destroyed?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Is a 11.
11. It looks like it was a lot of a good chunk of it was food, and another good chunk of it was ores and minerals.
Okay, well, at least the ores and minerals can be intact.
Some
On
of them
their
are,
own.
not all of them. It was 29 points of damage.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
Rolled
an
one
ore
away
can
from
still
max
be an
damage.
ore even if it's
Oh,
put into
sure,
pieces.
yeah. Like you can
Food
melt it
is
down.
Probably app
It's
too. I gotta
pretty
keep going
much.
up, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them weren't within the radius, but anything that was is pretty much dust.
Pretty fucked.
Well, so now this is taken care of. Are you going to go explain yourself to the captain what happened, or are you just going to skulk away and let everything blow over?
It'll take a moment, and then I'll go explain myself to the captain.
Good. I'd hate to lose good graces 5 seconds into boarding this ship.
I suppose that's fair. I'll take a
Yeah,
deep
try not
breath.
to explode in the meantime, okay, Kylus? And then she's gonna go back to see Jeffrey.
Good old Jeffrey.
I'm gonna, like, start heading up and know that he is in the engine room, so I'm gonna start, like, going towards the engine room and just be like, why are you going this way?
To hang out with Jeffrey.
No, I'm going to see Jeffrey too.
Cool.
You hear it in your mind, Kylus. Child born of shadow and sky.
Let us in, you bitch.
That's all,
Love me! Love me!
that's all you heard?
That's all he heard.
What do we hear?
You heard nothing.
I'm making dinner.
You heard a boom while you're making pancakes.
Making
Elk pancakes?
Elk
Making
pancakes. Savory pancakes. Elk cakes.
Imagine it was like momentary turbulence for them. Like cooking.
Mm-hmm. Jeffrey was fucked up, scared.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, thunder engines are weird.
Yeah.
I don't like this technology.
I was on this ship when it crashed before. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Buckle your seatbelt.
That's very true. I believe you were introed with it crashing and you standing at the front as it crashes.
That is exactly what happened.
Yes.
Checks out, right?
Oh yeah, Wolfgang's entrance into this world. That's exactly what I imagined.
I'll kind of huff into the kitchen and I'll be like, I need a high five. I can't explain why.
Mage hand. Especially since it's invisible.
Do you want to give us a hand?
I'll give you 5 of them.
5 hands?
This is an ability for the Norris.
Well, I mean, it's nice that we're gonna get there a little faster, isn't it?
Oh, I'm pretty happy about this.
Okay.
Sooner the better.
What I don't want to ask, but is there anything we should know about this ship? Why you were on it, anything like that?
I was literally heading to where we're heading right now.
Oh,
It actually is pretty comical when you think about it.
yeah.
That it took me however long to get to exactly where I wanted to get to however long ago.
Yeah.
That's
Good old Wolfgang.
that's comedy.
Yeah, enough said. Hey, I've never cooked before. Could you kind of like enhance my abilities?
Why was that italicized for some reason?
Yeah, I've never heard you speak in italics before. That was interesting.
Frognand just leans a bit.
This whole page just
2d6.
To what?
No.
You gave him Bear's Constitution.
Sorry.
At least now
So
I'll
that
get
when you don't poison yourself.
Wrong thing. My bad. What do you want?
What would cooking be?
Could be a number of different things. It depends on what you're trying to do.
Intelligence.
Some people cook based off of a recipe, which is intelligence. Some people follow their gut, which is wisdom. Some people can't handle a knife. That's dexterity.
Let's go wisdom.
What's your lowest stat?
Yep, that's my lowest one. That and strength.
So you have advantage.
All right. Let's see who can make a better meal.
Ooh, it's a meal off?
Is that what we're doing? I thought we were just gonna make a meal for everybody.
Oh,
But let's go.
all right.
Let's see what you got, kid.
Wait, can I retcon this naked intelligence? I want to win now.
I'm Chef
Now I wanna
Baby. Here we
win.
go. No, I'm going to have a couple checks. I'm going to have all three of those. It's going to
Okay.
be dexterity, intelligence, and wisdom. Let's start with dexterity. We'll go down the list.
Okay, straight up, just flat dex check.
It's a chili cook-off
It's
in
going
an
to-
airship.
it's gonna
Up in the
be-
airship. That should be the name of the episode.
Chili
What?
cook-off in an
Yeah,
airship.
it's going to be a straight dexterity check. No
Alright.
specific skill attached to this. I need combat music.
Red lights, please.
I lost privileges.
Oh no.
That's right. Okay, hold on.
I don't know how it works. Give it to me.
Nope. Don't do that.
I just started pressing buttons, I'll be honest.
Let's see if it makes a difference.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
A little bit.
Chili cook-off.
All right. What'd you get?
17.
12.
Haha.
You're keeping up. You're doing a
Betting
great
on it.
job. Absolutely.
What are you cutting?
Yeah.
Stuff, things,
Yeah.
veggies.
Don't you want to know?
We're going to find out.
Don't you wish you were
Things
there?
I've literally never seen before.
We're going to find out how
Really
well
just
this
taking
goes.
rations and just cutting them up.
This is
My
your
help.
ability to follow any recipe that you're relatively familiar with.
He's like, that shrimp has a vein. I feel like we don't
Intelligence.
want that.
Straight up intelligence?
Yep.
19.
19. Fair game, but it does seem like Frognand was a little faster to this point, simply based off of his abilities with a knife, which is odd considering you're the martial class.
He's a rogue in this.
All right, wisdom.
I
Let's
think
follow
so,
our
yeah.
guts. How do we spice this? How do we balance out this flavor? Let's find out. And you rolled with advantage, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
8.
Oh!
Let's fucking go!
So, what
He
I
just made his way too
No,
spicy.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I did was just
Wolfgang
put a
uses
bunch of
the
spices
spoon
on
size
this.
of pepper.
Fuck you up, kid.
Okay.
And I overspiced it.
Overspiced. It's a little burnt as well.
Sure.
In terms of the cooking.
All right, now we need an impartial judge.
Jeffrey kind of.
Are they down in the engine room?
Okay.
I mean, this took a little while, and you guys are like,
Dinner time.
oh, spices!
Yeah, I'm there too if Jeffrey's there, because I'm going to follow Jeffrey around.
Actually, no, yeah. Jeffrey would be in the engine room,
Okay.
yeah. He's
All right,
still,
just
he's
Nesta
maintaining the
then.
flight.
All right, I'll eat it.
All right.
All right.
All right, I'll eat it.
Do you like spicy food?
Yes.
Good luck.
Oh God.
I would like each of you to describe for me, what did you cook?
Yeah. So, I took tubular roots because that's the closest thing to any kind of vegetable I've ever seen.
Tubular.
Mhm.
Tubular.
And then I
Like
probably
potato.
took like liver or some kind of smoother type of meat.
Elk liver. Nice.
Yeah, it would be elk liver,
There
yeah.
you go.
That's what we're using. That's our
Yeah,
protein.
because that most
It's
replicates
the Iron Chef.
the mushrooms that I'm used to cutting up.
There are mushrooms.
Also.
Also.
And then I took mushrooms and just kind of mixed it all together.
No, no.
And then
Works.
yeah, and then I really just followed my gut with spices. I had no idea what I was putting in there.
Is there any gravy?
And then
Or au jus?
well, the thing is, one specialty is insect jelly, back where I come from. And so usually you get that by grinding the meat in with some of the carapace. And so I think I maybe extracted some bone marrow.
Sure.
And
So rich and fatty.
yeah.
It's got quite the texture to it, but it's seasoned very, very well.
No idea what this is.
It's very good.
Savory, a little salty, very smooth. The pieces of the meat are cut very, very well.
When Wolfie offers it to Nesta, I'm gonna take a few steps back and I'm gonna try to prestidigitate some of the spices away so his tastes better.
Oh.
Some of it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
can't quite subtle spell yet.
I
though I've
don't-
been reading how to.
I'm gonna call for perception check because while he was cooking on his stuff, you were focused on yours.
But he did say, "Be careful of spicy."
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
also said I like
I'll allow
spicy.
But I put way too much.
All right. Describe for us what you cooked.
Well, I'm eating potatoes kind of guy.
Clearly.
You're eating essentially an elk steak with a smashed potato.
Not mashed.
It's not mashed, it's smashed,
Smashed.
as I said. And
He just
I did with my fist.
Yeah.
That is correct. And yeah, some sautéed mushrooms. The problem is that the steak is overdone. It's well done.
A little bit of Wolfie in every bite.
Wouldn't you like to know?
The meat's
I
a
would
little on the
actually.
tough side, and it's got some kick to it. Even with you reducing it, it's still got some kick. They don't
I
really,
told ya.
they don't really cook like this in La Minsa.
Aha.
So you feel how your lips are getting numb, right?
Yep.
So there are these peppercorns we have. They're like these numbing things. They're fantastic.
Ah.
But yeah.
I think I need milk or something.
No, you're
yeah,
fine.
Or ale.
I'll try to message to you. I think he needs this one.
It's delicious. So good. My eyes are. I'm crying a little bit.
I won't even insight check this.
Nesta, who's the winner?
Gosh, it's tough.
It is tough, isn't it?
I have to say,
I'm looking at you.
Big eye. Big
What?
Wolfie.
someone calling me? I think someone's calling my name.
Lunaris is calling me.
Downstairs. It must be my god.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get back to this. I promise.
I'm sure you
I'll
will.
let you know who won.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent job, and I'll run away.
Run away! As you begin to run away, we will pull away from this scene as bickering explodes of who won and who made the best meal, with you
There isn't bickering.
sailing away from the storm off towards La Minsa in the distance. We will end tonight's episode.
Nice. Jolly good.
That is not how I thought this evening was going to end. I didn't think it was going to be a
What a
cook-off.
chili cook-off.
Especially after all of that. I was like, ooh, going to end on an edge note. Nope, just the edge of a knife.
Edge of a knife. Sharp as the
the
edges.
edge of a knife.
I will
All right.
interrogate Jeffrey next time.
Next.
Can't wait.
Leave Jeffrey alone.
I'm not.
All right.
No one escapes the professor.
Thank you
So
guys
good.
so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Be sure to check us out on all the social
audience.
media accounts. Brittany?
At 20 Chronicles on all the socials.
All the socials.
We make great
Watch
content.
our
We have some great
hilarious,
content.
amazing TikTok.
We have
Honestly,
a lot of fun making
Our
them.
TikToks are better than our stream.
It really is.
I wanted to argue with you, but
We should do quick TikToks that like recap the stream. Just act it out. Like
Definitely
in-
top tier TikTokers.
Yeah.
top tier TikTokers.
Not me personally.
And if you're
Are you
curious,
saying that we're gonna lip sync ourselves?
No, we just instant because not all, believe it or not all TikToks are people lip syncing.
I
That's
know.
a fact. Okay, I'm hip and I know this. No, we could do like quick.
Okay,
little-
bye.
I've watched a TikTok or two in my time. They're
we'll see
all
you guys here. Same time, same place. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good night.
bye.